friends, I couldn't tell, but something happened on the Tribord Trail. Giants and dragons are corrupting us all. If we don't get help, we will all go to hell. Did you hear the news out of Waveco Cave? A big holder tried to make us their slaves. My players trying to control our brains. I just woke up and the village was razed. We need the Stronghold to protect us for the night. We need the Stronghold to help us with this fight. We need the Stronghold. We need the Stronghold to go searching through the gate. We need the Stronghold. We need the Stronghold. It's been a week since we saw day. A mighty group of adventurers. They're heaven just hell, but they may be mad enough to get us through this spell. When they are together, they are the Stronghold. We are the Stronghold. We're here to show you the way. We are the Stronghold. We might just have to save the day. We're just a group of heroes, yeah. We're big and we're small. We may not be the best in town, but we answered the call. When we are together, we are the Stronghold.
Stronghold D&D on Wednesday.
Prime time, baby.
Yeah, in our first move towards weekdays, where I'll do a Wednesday and Jeremy will do a Thursday for us next week in Greyhawk. We still got the charity up for 988. What we'll do here is that's our rewards for the rest of the sessions. We did great in September, almost reaching our max goal. But let's be honest here, we want to keep this charity going forever. If we're going to do a stream like this, we might as well be pumping into a charity at the same time. And this is a good one for mental health and suicide awareness. And just having the ability to having a bad day, being able to hit 988, and thank you, Annie, and be able to get some help based on anything that you're kind of going through. There's tons of specialized counselors there. But thanks to everybody for showing up. Annie, thank you for showing up. You can pass what did we say? We're going to pass a regular point. Are we doing regular points and special points? So when we get bonuses like these, like Annie just did, a regular point, you can add to the front of your roll, which is, I want to add a regular point was 1. Like in an emergency, like, oh, I really want this roll, I'm going to add all my regular points to it just to make sure I get it. Or if you get up to, if someone does a big subscription or something like that, we'll do a special point where you can add it on the back end and save maybe a crit, or not save a crit against me. You can remove a 20. Or you can make a 19 to a 20. But when I try to admit to the charity through the I think there's something messed up on that charity. Maybe we take it down and add a whole new one, because it doesn't matter. It's still just a charity, and we say screw it, and we'll start at 1,500 as a goal again. We'll sort it out, Annie. Appreciate you. Let's see. Let's go around the room. I'm going to start with Skylar and Spotify, and then we'll go to Charm, Jeremy, then Tori, in that order. Skylar, what you got for you got any announcements?
No real announcements, but if you like the song that you heard previously in our intro, check it out on Spotify. We are the Stronghold. Just search for that and you'll find it. Or Spotify, iHeartMedia, iTunes, wherever you stream your music from, check it out there, and I'll pop it in the chat here in a second. Also during the break, you'll hear some of my AI music that I've made. Enjoy that for what it's worth. We might get that actually made.
Yeah, we'll say music. It's AI just because we don't. You know what I mean?
It's 100% AI generated, all of it.
Yeah, and but we're gonna sing it eventually, and it is pretty funny. Let's see, Charm, and then Jeremy's on deck.
Hello, hi. I am Charm of Charmed Fantasy, Old World Charm. We have our channel where we do Dungeons and Dragons usually almost all week long. I have been traveling between two countries, just got back to California and am trying to get my roots back. I promise we'll get our ball rolling on this. We got Multiversal Madness picking back up ideally this Friday. It's an ongoing series that you as audience members can purchase a ticket and play in Wild Magic game in the Planescape style universe, so Sigil and all that craziness. It's been really fun. We also have our season 3 approaching 200 episodes, level 20, and now that I'm back where my books are, you better believe we're going to go further and beyond epic level. I have a very awesome epic level handbook that's 5th edition compliant or compatible, so that is what we can look forward to amongst other amazing collaborations. But in the meanwhile, here to happily generate hype for 988, Stronghold D&D, and all the amazingness of these other fellow creators. More talent in here than you'll find in most conventions, and I stand by that.
Can we do a shout out for Old World Charm and then Old Men Rolling Dice as well?
Yeah,
or it's DM Jeremy, right? Or do you want us to do Voctaire? Your choice, but we get a shout out.
If you can do Voctaire right now, do Voctaire.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's make sure if we're getting collaborators. I'm just an infant in this business, so I just want to make sure when we're collaborating properly.
Who am I?
And Jeremy, what you got?
Is it my turn? Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn. Then Tori's.
I don't want to step on Charm.
No.
On Cleave.
First of all, Charm, I'm so sorry that I didn't get to see you before you left. But my schedule, I kept trying to find a day and then couldn't. So
honestly, with the sad things that were going on and the family issues, it wouldn't have worked. We wouldn't have had the best of me. I want to make sure I meet you when I'm in high school.
Fair enough. We'll hook up at Gary Con maybe or something like that. Anyways, I'm not doing much streaming on my own channel right now. I'm taking a bit of a break from the DM reins of things, with the exception of the game I run here on every other Thursday, opposite to this game. So that'll be next Thursday, a little Greyhawk, City of Cauldron. The campaign is an old 3rd edition campaign called the Shackled City, which I have kind of prettied up and brought forward to 5e. And you can catch me Tuesday nights over at the Voctaire's channel. They are doing a special October fundraiser for Extra Life. I'm playing in an Alien, the role-playing game, mini campaign there on Tuesdays all through October to raise money for Extra Life. So yeah, check that out if you get an opportunity to.
Awesome. Thank you. And then, a quick shout out to the Voctaire. They're awesome. I'll be doing we've just discussed this, and you guys might want to play this as well. I think I just came up with my Gary Con game. We're going to do Wraith to the Finish. It's going to be awesome. Anyways, it's going to be our haunted thing on the Voctaire on October 20th. And now, last but not least,
I think there's an issue with the 988 because it's not even letting me redo it. So.
Okay, we'll tear it down and then we'll put up another one later. We tried our best, but I think this is literally our first hype train ever. But Tori, go first, and then I'll elaborate on that one. I think that's literally our very first hype train in the history of Stronghold. So I'm just going to say, Annie and Beth, you guys are out there. You get to add one special point to either of these guys today. Your choice. And Tori, go ahead. Sorry. Network the Quickening. Huzzah.
Hey, my name is Tori Q Hill. You can find me on Instagram at Tori Q Hill. TikTok, the same thing. And Facebook, the same thing. I'm the writer, creator and artist of Network the Quickening, ToproStudios.com. I just wanted to see what it would be like if D&D could be real life or modern in a cool world of where I grew up in. So I decided to write about it and kind of put my little story in there about my life and whatnot. And big fan of what we're doing here. 988 is very important to me, and I'm very happy to contribute. SoProStudios.com if you need any books, merch, art, anything like that, you can always find me on there. You got to forgive me because right now I'm focused on playing a barbarian, so my whole charismatic side is not on point right now.
You're
You know, but we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it, and let's rock, baby. Let's do it.
All right. Okay. Let's get into some Dungeons and Dragons here. Oh man, my lighting's kind of bad on the map there, but we're gonna pretend like, I don't know, that's the aura of a dude that just got killed and he's back from Tempest. So what had happened over the previous few sessions? This party right here was the very first party to make it to the Eye of the Allfather in the Storm King's Thunder campaign, where this party received guidance of, hey, from the Oracle, who's going to tell them how to restore the ordning of the giants. They needed to go recover an artifact and bring it and purify it back at the Eye of the Allfather. They leave the Eye of the Allfather after being absolutely swallowed by a Remoraz. They make it outside, and then boom, a Zeppelin arrives, gifted from Ashardalon, the red dragon great worm, who doesn't want the giants to succeed. So he offers them basically his limousine, which is a blimp, what this party has dubbed the Red Zeppelin. They take the Red Zeppelin to the south to where their next where the Oracle pointed them to as a town named Belial. Said there's some messed up stuff there, go find some giants and recover this artifact. So they head far south, almost parallel with Waterdeep, moving from the spine of the world. If you know your Faerun, Google it. You can Faerun, something like that, and then you'll find some cool maps. So they moved south. They made a little bit of love with some dragon cultists. They made some friends with some dragon cultists. And they ran into a storm giant along the way and got some critical information. And that's up to them to remember. So they moved down to this place that said, follow the music, and they find this stone giant, or this hill giant in this big tower. Dang, another hype train? Goodness gracious. I'll get to that in a second. I'm super stoked. I don't think we've ever had a hype train.
Not like
and
this.
bless our little hearts here in Stronghold. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank Plush for subscribing as well. You got a gifted sub. I see you got a little Stronghold badge there too. Welcome to the team. So they moved south. They fight a hill giant avalancher. Real tough. They fought some bloodhawks. They hit it with some lightning. And then they dove down into this tower where they found this massive quarry being driven by Monster Emmanuel, a Stronghold legend beholder down there. And boy, did Monster Emmanuel give them the business. They were hitting them pretty hard, using every bit of magic they could in the Beholder's anti-magic field. And oh boy, if I wasn't rolling really good random die 10s and struck down our very wonderful, very nice, sweet DM Jeremy playing Vocath, very innocently done by the DM, and now I've been receiving the business offline that I've traumatized him, and I'm sorry. So we do something here where we roll a Tim's die for a fate, and he happened to roll the minor detrimental trait. Well, he's gonna find out.
Do we have to bring it up?
Well, for this party, as we go into this, right? So you learned from a gnome name, from your gnome that, or was it a halfling? There was a halfling that said, "Hey guys, you got to go down into this quarry. You're gonna find that there is like a possessed beholder with a half of a porcelain mask, and he's using like magic to enthrall the hill giants down there and build this huge tunnel."
Spliff,
yes.
What?
Oh, Spliff, yes. Thank you. So Spliff, another one of these, small in stature creatures that send you guys on a quest that really don't work out for you. So as we go down there, you see this massive, massive tunnel being worked on by hill giants. You guys easily kill the beholder, and you jump through this great portal that was down there. The portal itself, how will we describe this? It's being held open by a demon, right? And these giants, this death giant, was striking the other half of this giant artifact, forcing energy. We're saying it's chaotic elemental energy in to hold this portal open. It looks like there's this big design of creating this massive underground infrastructure. You guys jump out of the tunnel. Just as Spliff said, you got to bring down this giant. As soon as you did that or confused the giant, however you did it, the portal collapsed. And you found yourself no longer down south. You find yourself in Shining White, which is where the resting place was for this porcelain mask for cloud giants. The music goes down. Savathor does a sick move where he rolls one of his natural 20-35 charisma moves, and the death giant had just walked away from you. You can still see the top of the head of this death giant who's thinking about what's going on, kind of leaving, but you're not out of the woods, right? It's to the tree line, we'll say 300 meters away. Around you are a bunch of halflings and gnomes that were held. There were the workers without pay in this tunnel, and one of them walks up to you like, "Well, thank you so much. My name's Montel," and shakes your hands, and they told you that they know of a town name. They know that they're in Shining White, and if you know Faerun very well, if you roll whatever, I can tell you some of the villages and locations, but you do know roughly that you're close to the spine of the world because you can see those mountains to your north. But I'll say as the intro goes down a little bit, we want to start playing Dungeons and Dragons. The first thing that you guys notice is Vokath has a very rich, pungent smell, odor, aroma of iron, like steel, the smell of of sparks, but he carried something when he passed away momentarily. He carried another resubscriber. Oh, Charmed, thank you so much. He carries a pungent smell of a battlefield from where he met Tempest momentarily, and Tempest said, "This is not your time." And so Vokath, I know you're mad. Does anybody, as I set the scene, as you showed up, it was, grassy and snowy where you were. Holy smokes, what is going on?
What?
This hype train is just...
I don't even know what's going on. This is crazy.
There's chests coming through. There's choo-choos. But as we deal with that, you know what I mean? As we deal with... did Annie and Beth, did they pass off their special point?
I don't think they have yet.
Well, when they come back, they can pass those off to you guys, or we can roll it for random. But let's see. Blandina, with your brand new mini from the Splintered Tree, what's going through your mind right now as this happens? What do you want to do? And then we'll go in order. Jeremy next. Oh, Charm next.
Have we taken a long rest yet? We just kind of walked away yet.
Have it. And I'm saying you can still hear, if you wanted to pay attention, just to set the scene, this giant, full plate mail death giant walked off with her scythe, looked pretty magical, and is about 300 feet, so 900 feet away. Right? Did I math that? Boop, 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 boop. Yards, meters, about 900 feet away.
I don't think we're wanting to engage this giant. If I remember my map correctly, we're not that far from Mirabar.
Well,
I think that's the case.
Certainly.
Wasn't there a river that we were headed towards?
You are.
And there was a village by the river, if I remember correctly.
Well, I'll say there are about 6 halflings, 6 gnomes around you right now as well. And they're looking around, scratching their head, kind of looking at whatever. The one named Montel is right with you, and he's got, about 4 or 5 other gnomes next to him. You see him looking around like...
Oh, they were going to Rivermoot. They were going to Rivermoot. I think.
We were escorting them, though.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, because I think we can rest in Rivermoot. Like I'm -4 to everything.
Yeah.
But we when they left, we said we would escort them home
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Then-
or wherever they were going.
I had sent a message for the rendezvous point for the Red Zeppelin to be there.
Oh, perfect.
The boat, right?
The Red
The
Zeppelin.
boat.
The Red Zeppelin.
Yep. When your last turn, you said to the Red Zeppelin to rendezvous there, but you can't receive a message back through that sending, can you?
I think let me check. I think you can. It's
All right.
it's the message. Maybe not. I always get sending and message confused all the
Did you?
time.
Well, sending's a high level spell. Is that
Sending's
what-
third level. Message is what, a cantrip?
Yeah.
And I use the cantrip. So what is that?
I don't even know if the cantrip would have the range, would it?
That's a good point.
I don't want to be a rules
Well,
lawyer.
this is great because you guys are all sitting around after this battle, right? The orcs and the shadow demon have passed. There's a pool of ichor on the floor. It smells a bit like a weird electric portal was just open, and halflings are just kind of like circled up around you.
Okay, yeah. They'd have to be within 120 feet. And I don't know when we went through that portal. We were within 120 feet.
Like 120 miles, probably.
Oh shit. Okay. In that case, never mind. I'm thinking of sending, which I don't think I have.
Hey,
Nope.
did I picked up that dagger, right? I don't remember.
You do. You have a
Yeah,
dagger.
it was tied to my wrist. It was tied to my wrist.
You've got a dragon tooth dagger, right?
Yeah, the girl gave it to me. Remember?
Yep.
And okay, so does it have any magical properties or anything? I'm gonna ask the guys. Like maybe there's a way to communicate with her.
It's in your inventory. If you open it up, you can see it.
But like game wise, my character wouldn't know, right? If it had magical properties.
No, yeah, you could have someone check
Yeah, I was
it
thinking
out.
like a magical walkie-talkie or something. I'm shooting for the stars right now, guys.
I'll look.
No, it does not have a magical walkie-talkie to it. If that's what you're asking.
Blandina looks at it and goes, "No, it's just a cool looking dagger."
Hi, Jack.
I could
Plus, you gave me a number, man.
I could actually just cast fly and fly at 120 feet per 6 seconds. How long does it take to go 120 miles
A while.
if I travel at let's see, what is that, a minute times 10? That's 1,200 feet in a minute.
What are you trying to do? And then I'll kind of let me magic this one for you. So you don't have to-
Since I know this is going to be a slow, a slow march of getting these people to safety, I want to, if I can't communicate with the Red Zeppelin, then to fly to the Red Zeppelin and get to it.
It would take you 9 hours.
Rivermoot is only 2 days down the river that way.
So they're walking 2 days, and it would take me 9 hours to go one
get to
direction.
Rivermoot?
To get to the, is that where the Red Zeppelin is?
No, you
Trying
were
to remember-
yeah.
trying to
So
remember
let's
where we put
let's
it down.
just see if we know where we're at,
'Cause I
right?
wasn't-
So
I wasn't playing that day, so I
Oh.
have no idea where.
you were because you
down.
cast the spell on the Death Knight to get them to go away, but you do know. Oh, you weren't playing that day. Belial is like
It's way south.
120 miles south.
Yeah.
You guys are in a place called Shining White that is near Rivermoot. That's like, I don't know, about 5 days, 6 days from the Eye of the Allfather, like due north, administratively. You know what I mean? Like Rivermoot's about 2 days that way. Montel wants to help you out. He's like, I know where I'm at. My brother Howie, he knows. He's from here. And Howie, he's like, then the guy looks up and he's like, how do you do it? Nice to meet you. And he points and he's like, these are the friends of mine. They're in a band. This is AJ. That's Kevin. And he goes down. But you see that there's 4 others there with him, and he's like, "We live on the street back in Rivermoot. That's where we came from."
Oh my god.
Well, we'll take you back to Rivermoot then.
We don't have to go there. There's Nesme to the south. Was a blown up village. Desme was at the the Ravin and the Sarbin River came together. Rivermoot's that way. Zonathal's Keep is 7-8 days that way. And just kind of gives you an idea, and they were like, Brian, Mithril Hall's that way. Brian's like, yeah, we played up there. Right? Normally when I meet you, I say something more like, this is how we do it. And, right, Montel? And they talk.
Oh my god. I'm gonna enjoy the company of Earth, Wind, and Shire here pretty happily.
We were a band, and they thought we were gnomes, and we'd be good down in the cave, but actually, we're a band full of younger gentlemen. Some would call it a boy choir, or a band.
I don't want to be here.
You're not
We keep
enjoying
doing this until you guys figure out where you want to go. This could get way worse.
You're not enjoying N Shrink and the Half Street Boys.
It's Montel, but yeah, they are very similar from a place on a street that's back at Rivermoot. We're kind of close to here.
We're going to Rivermoot, right? Yeah. We said we were going to escort him to Rivermoot.
I'm just going to say, I'm telling you what the villages are around you guys, because you kind of don't really know where you're at. But you do kind of get the idea. Let's see. We'll go with Torn. Make a survival check. So you'll go into your D&D Beyond page 2 survival, roll that, and add your bonuses to it.
9.
9. Goodness, wait, a total of 9?
Yeah.
Hey, man, our rangers and so you get the sense that you are north. It was a lot warmer where you're at. It's a little bit colder where you are now. So you're kind of scratching your head a little bit. Well, this is Dungeons and Dragons. So Vocath, what do you want to do?
I'm leaning heavily on my hammer. I'm exhausted.
Yep.
And I'm kind of trying. I've noticed the smell now, and I'm kind of keeping my distance from everyone.
You smell rich like battle. the halflings are around you you can sing a song about your glorious victory against the beholder. Don't take it so bad, mister. Montel did a great job bringing you back to life.
We need
all the spells he had.
We need to go. I don't like it here.
Where do you guys want to go?
Battle. I love it.
What do you think, Savathor?
Companions, we have worn ourselves weary. I know that we could all appreciate a place of rest if we can make haste to such a place and enjoy the short victory that we have. All I know is that we are supposed to find these unified pieces of the hill giant artifact and return without delay.
Yeah, I have them.
Then perhaps we find a way to get the Red Zeppelin and head back to the Oracle so that we cannot delay in bringing King Hecaton back into his rightful place at the head of this ordning. What say you, friends? Can we rest along the way? After all, it's many hours to return, and I lack the magics to bring us anywhere instantaneously, but I can say this, I can fly, and I can transform someone
I can
into
take
an animal.
I can take us to. Actually, I have a way to do this. I can take us to Everland right now. And well, if we get a long rest in so we can all get our level 9 full up and everything. And then I can teleport us to Everland.
Okay.
I know because I was looking at my notes, and in Everland I learned about where all the other teleportation circles are. There's one in Mirabar, which is the closest point of attack to get back to the Eye of the Allfather. And then we can use the relic that we have with the Harpers to get us to Mirabar.
I like this plan better than any I've heard yet.
I like playing.
I defer to the more magical of us.
So
Okay.
let's
So let's start heading to the west. It's great meeting all of you guys.
And they start moving.
Oh, don't take it so bad, Mr. Vokath. Oh, I think you've got great things in the future, and I think you smell great. I love the smell of battle.
This fucking voice, man.
Say, this man needs to step away from Vokath before he gets hurt. I'm going to usher them.
I don't know
away.
whether to run away or get an erection. I'm very
Like, bro,
confused.
how hurt are you? You said you're -4.
Yeah,
all my rolls are at -4 right now because coming back from the dead does that to a guy.
It's rough. He had a rough one. So you guys begin to move off to the west towards Rivermoot. You follow the Serban River, an epic place where these guys tell you stories of how the Battle of the Silver Marches raged through here, and you can still see orc bones and dwarf bones, and this is where Nesme retreated back to Mithril Hall, and they kind of point to the north where Mithril Hall is beyond Rivermoot, and they travel through the evening. They want to get out of there. At Death Knight, super not chill. The tall folk that are with them now, they are mean, and even the giants are meaner. So they hush. AJ and Kevin are talking off to the side, and they start a fire. It's just random.
Kevin.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, and they begin.
You really know all their names well. I'm just saying.
Yeah. They begin to lay down for the evening, and it's a pretty good. They moved out for a while. I'll say you guys had a really good go of it. You guys can begin your long rest. Since I was a bully in the last session, if you guys want to do anything prior to your long rest, you can. Either way, you can wake up, bam, you're back as the sun rises in the east, sets in the west, rises and glistens orange light against the spine of the world to your north, against the trees, where you can see a little bit of more snow settling in up there as it's, I don't know, whatever October is in Faerun, something maybe like the dawn of the Twin Nights or some shit like that. The gnomes are discussing, like, I don't even know what the name of months are around here.
I'm going to give myself a back massage with Mage Hand.
Nice.
I'm going to sit down with a nice cup of. It's actually the perfect time of year for this pumpkin spice latte.
Nice.
Man.
I'm
I
just
wish
saying it's Marpenoth. That's the month.
It's Markanoff.
Marpenoth.
It's Bofides. Okay. Markanoff.
Marpenoff.
Marpenoff.
There you go.
Arcana. Next month will be the bunnies, the slob bunnies. The month of the. What? They're very fat bunnies in November because they eat for Thanksgiving. We call them slobs. Slob bunnies.
and then the evening passes appropriately through the rest of the evening. I don't know if you guys took that the wrong way. That's on you. But
No,
and then a long rest. What would
Yeah.
you guys like to do?
I'm going to prepare myself for the transportation or teleportation circle in the morning and have it ready. So when everybody wakes up, it's there.
Okay. It's pretty brisk in the morning where there's a little bit of ice on the ground. You know, like you go to sleep, you had a lot of adrenaline, and when you wake up in the morning with your bedrolls or whatever was on you, it's like crisp kind of early or well, it's mid-fall right now kind of weather in the morning, and the sun, you can see some of the dwarves kind of sitting up in just waiting for the sun to hit them and kind of warm up as the sun kind of crests, and they're just doing gnome and halfling activities, getting ready to press down the river.
I'll start a fire. I'll use some firebolt energy to get a fire going so everybody can warm up. And then off to the side, I'm going to start practicing this teleportation circle.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Savathor.
I'm going to attune to the opal of the Ild rune.
Okay. Okay.
So that in the future I can use it to make a weapon, a flaming weapon of an ally. It's definitely not my own. I'm not really that type, or make armor.
Okay, so you're putting the rune on that weapon or something for the day.
No, it's unfortunately attuning to it just means I get the ability to ignite objects on fire that are flammable, and in addition I can extinguish flame. In addition, I get resistance to cold damage, and then I can transfer the opal's magic to a non-magical item, destroying the rune and making that item permanently better, but it has to be a non-magical thing. So I'm just, at this point, this juncture, just attuning to this.
Okay, you're just messing with this Ild rune.
Yeah, in fact, while he's starting the fire, I'm turning it off and on.
Oh, shit.
So I'm just like, oh, I can control fire now. That's interesting.
Nice. Let's see. Tori and Jeremy got the special point.
All right. What does it do?
You can either add them to the front or the end of a roll.
Nice.
You get one special each. Okay. Let's see. Skylar was making the teleportation circle. Vokath, what are you doing this morning?
I'm just lying in the dirt, looking skyward.
Outing. When you wake up, there's a gnome next to you, and when you wake up and there's like eyes, and he's like face to face with you, like.
I look at him and I'm like, oh my god, they're back again.
Yeah, somebody oh, inspiration. Well done.
And then I throw him away from me.
All right, and then so you're cleric pouting, and then Torn, what do you want to do?
That cleric pouting.
I just finished writing, and now I'm doing push-ups.
Okay. All right. Okay, just doing some self-improvement activities.
Yeah, I mean, just to get the blood flowing. I know, we just got up. Well, I've been up before everybody.
Okay.
But I've been doing push-ups and getting my workout in and meditating on the poem I just wrote.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Now, I would say the teleportation circle, you've been staring at it. You've been perusing over your book. You've got it figured out. The sigils are all matched for Everland. There's the swirlies in the right spot.
I'll let everybody know. It's like, I think I've got this figured out. Whenever you're ready, just let me know and I'll do the incantation.
I hop up and grab my stuff. I'm ready to go.
Oh, you guys are leaving us so soon.
Not a moment too soon.
Yeah.
Not soon
wait.
enough.
They're not back yet? We stopped in the middle of the road or what?
Yeah. You guys moved a little bit through the night before your friend with exhaustion was getting too far, and so you wake up with only 3, right? You're down. What is it? You back down to the 3rd level of exhaustion, I guess, and then tomorrow.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah.
So I have a -4 when I'm raised, and it goes to a -3 after
Yep.
my first
Okay.
long rest, a -2 after my next long rest, -1.
Okay.
I still got 3 days.
There you go. So if you guys want to step in the circle, I am going to hastily learn Everland. Thanks for this.
I'm going to. So I'll. I've actually got an incantation. So I say, by stars aligned in ancient light, I call the roads through shadowed night. Open now the veil of space to distant lands. Reveal the place by glyph and rune, by spell and sign. Let worlds collide when paths entwine. From where I stand to where I seek. Bridge the realms with words I speak. And whoosh, a frosty teleportation glow just pops up. And you guys see Everland.
That's also inspiration. This is great. I'm having a great time. This is good. All I had to do is Mickey Mouse voice. This is fantastic.
I got something.
I pass you a freshly rolled blunt.
So do you all walk into the teleportation circle? Torn.
Yes.
I need.
There's absolutely nothing we can do to help with this exhaustion.
No.
No. He
Bro,
died.
we should have waited a couple days.
We'll be traveling for a couple
Yeah,
days.
we're traveling, bro. We're good.
Yeah. Teleport won't get us there instantaneously. Even at our best, we get only to the nearest town, I think, right?
Everland. We get to Everland.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Torn, apprehensively, he's trying to math this situation in different ways, and he pops it in, whoosh, and then the snow flies up and swirls in classic Elsa style. And then you guys kind of look at the ground. It's got grass, but it's like the frozen, morning grass where the dew freezes. And then all of a sudden it shifts, and you see like a marble floor underneath you as whoosh, the snow comes down, and you hear someone in the distance like, "What on earth is that?" And you see a cat with wings like run around your ankles, and you've seen this Harper mage before. I think it's Crowin Valharo is the name. You see him in kind of yellowish robes, and you can see the flash of his Harper badge as he takes his fluffy cloak and kind of covers up the flash, and takes a moment, and he's like, oh, the grifters are back. The grifters are back. Well, it's great to see you guys. Wait.
Because
And who are these two? These two big lads. Oh, no, I'm Martin Short. Who are these two big lads?
Let's not talk about that. We are on a assignment from Lady Lariel to get to Mirabar.
Okay. Well, you know the cost. You're standing on the circle. If you have a relic for us, Harper, I'll be damned. Welcome to the Moonbeam Tower. And grabs it and just like, oh, this is it. Yes, that's of a cloud giant. No magical properties, but I can see that this needs to be repaired. It's got, and just kind of glowering over it at this long, table with all sorts of schematics and Bunsen burners, and there's a Trezime cat kind of fooling around, and that's that. Would you like to? You look tired. You look tired, sir. Would you like to stay here in Everland? You can stay in the moonbeam for as long as you want, and the sigils will be prepared for you. By the way, you see another sigil on the floor. You know what I mean? Like they'll draw out where Mirabar is when and if you head that way. But Mirabar is the closest we can get to the Eye of the Allfather, the Harpers. There's so much has happened, and there's a bit of a scrying pool next to him. Noynek and the Revengers are becoming quite popular in Waterdeep as they have defeated the Jarl of the Frost Giants, bringing in the Krigvind from the north. A great wedding has occurred.
Did you say Noynek?
Noynek and the Revengers, a gnome that is quite a powerful leader.
I thought that was Sir Timothy's group.
No, it's Noynek and the Revengers. It's all over the place. And you can point, he points outside and he's like, go to any tavern. You'll hear of them. We'll hear of you guys too. But you are dead. You are very dead.
We are still very dead. We are Steel Team 6.
More than you know.
Your secret is good with the Harpers as you restore the ordning. Wow. He's like, and then the others down in Deadstone Cleft has defeated Thane Calithica just recently. Deadstone Cleft and the siege of Loudwater has been lifted. Goblin attacks, also mixed with stone giants, believe it or not. Explosive goblins. Very interesting times these. But the Moonbeam Tower is at your disposal. Dear sweet friends, noble warriors, the heroes of the realm. What you have done and your sacrifice of fame to get to what you have done is brilliant. So, what is it that has transpired with you? So that I might inform the rest.
Well, we're dead.
Well, you're dead. Well, what did other adventurers do?
Too soon.
Because there's Vokaths and there's these two. Are they dead?
He's mostly dead. This guy is...
Man, what a great odor of battle you have upon you. Fantastic. Although I can definitely smell you from exactly 30 feet away. Look at this. Can't. Isn't that crazy? Wow.
I think we should go back to the gnomes.
Vokath, would it please you better to go straight to Mirabar and rest there, or do you want to rest here?
I just want to sleep.
Then why don't we take? You know what? Let's get the hell out of Everland because they still think that we're these grifters. That was a Pwent thing. That's not us.
That was.
They don't have a shop here.
That was another cleric.
Certainly, they do have a shop.
Are there
And
inns
they
here?
would recognize those two. If the two of you stayed here, they wouldn't know who those guys are. But I don't know. Maybe
you're not liked here. What did you do? Drink their coffee? Did you?
Oh, can I
burn
please
down
tell
their
you what they did?
pumpkin
They tried to
spice?
sell holy water. Could you believe it? Their clerics tried to sell holy water. They were going to make holy water and sell it to a temple. I mean, that's a good way of making money, but I don't think that's the way of.
There aren't any clerics here. Like,
What about Tamora? Doesn't she encourage commerce, exchange?
It wasn't that god, unfortunately. It was Pelor and Moradin.
why are we being
rookie
judged
move.
for someone else's?
Oh, you certainly aren't. You're not affiliated with those two, technically.
Neither are these two.
Whoa, Jay, thanks for the raid, buddy. Thanks, our Greyhawk brothers from Lord Gazumba. Could you mind if we shout out Lord Gazumba?
Done.
Yeah.
Done.
Nice. Thank you, and we'll see you Saturday during the joust. No. So I should say that being a harper and someone that does things kind of under the table, those two are well known. I'm sorry, my lovely lady Blandina, but you will be recognized. Savathor, they will probably remember you as well. But these two large lads, large lads could move around town.
But why would they remember me?
I turn to Salvatore and I say, "Yo, like, what the fuck was you doing, man?"
Well, first of all, I'm kind of shocked that this man called me Salvatore, as I was then known
Oh,
as Christopher
okay.
Hawkins.
He didn't say. So, what was your name? Christopher Walkens. Christopher Talkins. Yeah.
I said, I've never seen this man in my life. Yeah.
I mean, we should be traveling in disguise anyways, as would be our normal order of operations.
Bro, it's getting worse, man. What was y'all doing? Nobody's telling me, man. What was y'all up
Yeah.
to, bro? Other than the holy water, it's got to be worse.
So
I don't do
this happened
stealth.
before
I don't do
joined.
it.
They apparently were selling holy water. I think that's the gist of it, but I don't know. Blandina knows.
Yeah, that was the gist.
Salvador actually was not there for this.
Yeah.
And he met up with these people and they're being called grifters.
So yeah, Puent decided to make a bunch of holy water and in the bag of holding, and then sold it to the temple to make some money, and then that's where we met the Margasters, and we were raiding their estate. Is that? We were raiding their estate for a side quest?
That's the news that we've heard, that a Margaster was attacked by the grifters of Everland in Silvery Moon.
Yeah, no, they're demons.
Oh, they are.
Oh yeah. They're bad news.
Why don't
This
we
kind
just
of
get a boat?
information-
Can we not
This
find a
information can go
riverboat?
for money in our area, and he's like, please, this shouldn't go. What you've done, please, and walks to his drawer, opens up a drawer, and just reaches into some sort of pocket, and then comes out. He's like, here, please, on behalf of the Harpers, and you find 250 gold pieces. Timmy
And-
truly.
I'll lean in and I'll whisper to him, it's like, and just to let you know, the Margasters have a spell book of Asmodeus.
They have it.
Yes, I had it, and they stole it from me.
Well,
Would
goes
keep
around
that.
comes around.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to keep that. That's brilliant. And, just starts writing this stuff down. Is there anything that you need? Matter of fact, I could have a runner, one of my mages, shop for you.
I could certainly use a bunch of spell things. Components. That's what they're called.
Yes. Once you become an archmage like me, words like components just flow. And he's just like, I can help you. And, just give me a list of what's required.
I'll compile whatever that list is.
Yeah, we'll sort that out. We'll diddle in Discord or whatever. Well, if you have money, I can send off our mages from the tower to replenish whatever coffers you need. Or you can press to Mirabar post haste.
You know what? I'm gonna toss a few coins to Vokath and Torn. I'll go. You guys go find an inn. Go take a rest. I'm gonna stay here. I'm safe up here with this mage. There's things I can learn from this guy.
How many coins?
There's a river. We could find a boat that'll guide us down river, and we could just sleep on the boat.
Bro, you don't want a bed, bro. You look tired, man.
I don't mind the boat.
Vokath. We're teleporting to Mirabar in the morning.
Oh, you're going to teleport us
See.
with your magic words.
Yes. Well, it'll be his magic words this time.
Why don't the two of you just turn invisible like you did in the fight with the beholder and left me to die? And then you could walk through the town peacefully with us. No one will know you're here.
Yeah, until that wears off, and that only lasts a certain amount of time.
Yes, but it could get you in the inn room. You could fall asleep and...
Oh, I don't have to sleep.
Oh.
I'm weird. It's a coffee. Trust me, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Enjoy Everland. They are going to know us. Just enjoy Everland in all its splendor.
How much coins are you giving me?
How 10 gold pieces? I don't know. Is that
Sure.
10 gold
Sure, I'll
pieces a
take it.
piece? Sure.
I'll take it.
I go to find an inn and maybe some food along the way
Okay.
from like a street vendor.
Yo, it says I have 0 currency, bro.
Well, you have 10 gold pieces now.
That's what I'm talking about. I want to go to like a weapon shop or something.
Sure. Well, happy to take you.
I tell what? So you don't want to be called Salvatore in this right now? Like
Well,
in this town.
actually, I prefer Salvatore, as Christopher Talkins was the other iteration of one of my aliases.
Who got caught?
It might be compromised by the association of these grifters who tried to sell holy water. I still don't understand, but you may call me Salvatore here. I am still known as the head of the, Silverfang Trading Company.
Okay.
So I will carry some positive, reputation after our recent help of the war-torn dwarven lands.
Sav, here I'll give you
for 10 gold pieces.
Yeah, you got 10 as well.
Gold.
So 30 gold pieces for amongst the three of you, and then I've got to use the rest of this for spells.
Wait,
Right.
Salvatore got gold. Let me hold 10, bro.
Oh yeah, no, you each got 10.
No, not you. I got yours. I want 10 from him too.
I honestly
I'm
see
asking,
money.
I'm asking.
I see you as having absolutely and more need of material goods and gain as a material warrior, and I will easily slide my 10 over to you, and
Appreciate that.
I will occasionally play my lute as we walk, and I just kind of more entertain the pleasantries of friendly, peaceful ease in town. I know the world is a harsh place. People have lost people in many different bandit attacks, giant altercations, aspects of life. I think I'm trying to bring ease to heavy hearts and minds with the strumming of the new summer hit single. So, yeah.
Okay, my man. So we're walking through the market right now, Sir Tim?
Yes. So if you leave the Moongleam Tower, kind of very simple wizard's tower, maybe 5 stories tall with a nice little copse of trees kind of around it, and maybe a 10-foot perimeter fence around that before you get into the tower. As you leave there, you walk outside. One of the lower level mages is going to go with you just to kind of escort you. You get the sense that when you began this journey, you didn't have a lot of influence, and now this Harper really needs you to be taken care of. So this mage is coming with you guys, and this tight medieval looking street, pebblestone roads that kind of crunch in your feet, and you can hear in the distance, because it is still morning, right? Because you booped out of Shining White and you booped into this place, and you can see some of the carts moving in to set up a morning marketplace. Around this marketplace are houses that are also storefronts, right? So you could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different, wooden, flappy signs. One's got an anvil. I'm going to do basic PlayStation math on this one. So you see an anvil, right? And you see, 2 swords on another one. You see 2 mugs clinking together. You're seeing the basic kind of. Everland is probably one of the bigger cities before you reach like Anarok, the desert off to the west here. So other than Sundabar that was wiped out by Arathator, I think the dragon, and Silvery Moon that's closed off to most of the civilization to the north. This is your big marketplace to the west. Your Fort Sill, if it were. You know what I mean? Like this is the last bastion before the Wild West.
Fort Sill. What is that? Lawton?
I think is Fort Lawton. It's up in. I thought that was up in Kansas, right? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I remember Lawton, Oklahoma had a fort too, though.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. It is
Yeah.
Lawton then. Yeah.
I know it well. Well, I don't know it well, but you get it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got you.
I'm looking for a potion shop. Do I
Potion
see
shop?
anything? Yeah.
Um,
I heard about this thing called flying, and I'm looking for giant strength. I tell the wizard, hey, I'm looking for a potion of flying and a potion of giant strength.
oh, well, those won't be cheap, but we can get you a discount. And you just left the place with that. And he kind of takes you, and he's like, It's back in the Moongleam Tower. It's probably one of the best places for those potions.
Why are you touching me?
Sir, no offense. No offense.
Okay. So both are there, back where we just left.
Yeah, roughly we'll say giant strength, that's uncommon, and flying also. Probably about 400 gold pieces that'll set you back at a very cut cost.
Yeah, I lean into Sabathor and I say, hey, bro, I need him to lower this price. Can you help?
I'm on it. I before you give me a look that you've given me many times, of like when you realize when your buddy who's really good at like hanging people by their ankles upside down gives you the look like, I can't do that right now. Can you help me with words? I just say, a mage of your talent no doubt is capable of scribing scrolls, or even in possession of some, as a friend as a friend of the aligned purpose of saving the world.
Of course, I
Would
understand.
you be inclined?
This would be close to maybe 750 gold pieces anywhere else. I understand what you're trying to say, but in order to make these potions for anybody else, the components cost. I understand. I can understand. We could roll. I mean, I know you're going to roll high anyways. I don't even know why I want to do this. But
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm actually asking to see if he's willing, because if a potion is too alchemically intensive for this situation, I'm offering to take a scroll. And I believe, if this is how I understand it correctly, as a fellow arcane caster with these access to scrolls, I could cast it on Torn. Is that how scrolls work? I could cast it on him.
Yeah, with the you just roll the DC check on the level. What is it? It's like 10 plus the level, I believe. And then if you roll like a 1, I get to go to a sweet table to see if like you burn your eyebrows off and stuff. It's fantastic.
Is that something that I would be able to do as a wizard, to make my own scrolls?
I don't even know. I've never even heard. So Moriana's making, the answer is yes. With time and things like that, I would love to be able to role play that, but that is something that's just like, it would be a hobby that you're doing.
Sure.
You're writing this stuff up.
Yeah. Something to knowing the cost of that, and knowing that I am able to cast fly, Sabathor is able to cast fly. Yeah. We should be able to do that.
Right, I have fly for Torn, honestly, though he wants to be able to concentrate on himself, which would save.
Well, are we having this conversation on the open, or whispering, or what?
Sure.
I think it's fair to talk about.
I'm kind of like so being on that. Like I pride myself as a thinker as well as a warrior, right? Like even though I'm not as bright as maybe Blandina, right, or educated, but I try to think. And I was thinking about the beholder. Had the beholder that we killed, thank goodness it did not fly up, and then I would have been useless. So that thought made me think like, okay, I need to be able to rise.
Mm-hmm.
And the giant stream is just to help me kick some more ass.
Right.
Why don't you just pay the 400?
So if you guys have spells that can help me with this,
Can't
that's
you
what's up.
afford the Can't you afford the 400?
Bro, I started this entire campaign with $0. I'm a true barbarian, bro.
Well, I believe the
started
last time
animals.
but I believe the last time we played, you got a bloodstone worth 750 gold.
That is true.
It's not in my inventory though.
Oh
Ooh,
shit.
that's rough. I'll usually list the loot.
Oh, no.
but,
Wait,
I mean,
wait,
I'm the DM, not / secretary. So like,
No,
If
no,
you
you're
go
right. You're absolutely right. No, Tim, I'm sorry, bro. It's not on you. I'm not saying it's on you, but I think I did put it in here. You know what? I'll tell you
check
what.
your other possessions in your inventory,
Okay.
because I think
That's what it is.
someone
'Cause I
suggested
remember
we.
you gave us that, Tim. I remember. I'm not blaming you at all. I didn't realize.
Like, I got a diamond for 750 and a bloodstone for 750.
I remember. Yep, bloodstone and emerald is what I have.
Yep.
There you go. So just buy them.
Yeah, you can
Hell yeah.
you can get what you're looking for here by just a
With
simple.
with the mage.
well, look. The guy says like, well, look. I mean, you guys have done a lot for the Harpers. 400 gold. If you just wanted to put it on just flying, I mean, if I tell you what, if you can tell the tale of what you guys maybe just came from, because I'm smelling a rich, pungent odor of battle. And if you could just tell this to the Archmage, write down what happened verbatim. I know for a fact that he's got, and these are really tough, but I think out of all of this, for 400 gold pieces, I could get you a hold of things called winged boots.
I don't know what that is, but I look at Vocath and I say, "Hey, man, you got to tell him a story. Can you do that for me?"
You see the two casters going.
Yeah, both the casters are like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
okay. You know what? Show him the ruby and the emerald and ask him how much would it cover the cost.
I think so. And
yes.
I think with what you have here, we could provide you. Come back with me. You know what I mean? He's like, put that away. You know, there's grifters in Everland, and you know,
Hey, no one
walks back to Moonblade Tower.
No one
He
is
sits
robbing
down.
Tony.
He opens up a chest and he's like, you know, you guys go through a quick montage of telling the story of how Vocath bravely killed the beholder single-handedly, or however you want to tell the tale. You guys have a chance to remap, you know what I mean, like what happened there. And he takes the ruby and the emerald, you know, closes that and says like, I'll be right back with your spell components and the boots. But I would say, based on the Harpers and making this deal, I would say tomorrow morning, you guys go on your way to Mirabar and get back after the Ordning. Is it a deal?
Why are you? I want the potions though. I want something I can drink ready and just go.
I will tell you.
Very well.
I'll tell you, as you know, I said the wing boots already better than any potion you
Okay.
could drink.
Yes.
Okay.
I say you're well taken care of though. The might, the giant's might, or whatever you're looking for, that increase your strength. Most shrewd and intelligent choice there, as we are going against very strong enemies, and we need you hitting as hard as possible.
And I look at Salvatore and I say, "This is why I would die for you." Appreciate that.
We're gonna make sure that you get what you need to make sure other things are doing the dying, friend.
That's right. Delamar, where's Blandina? Anybody seen her?
I've been with you the whole time.
Oh, you're so small.
Right over.
It's like I'm down here.
Amazing.
Um,
That was quick.
so you can spend the next evening. I'll say that the Archmage, because I'm opening up the world as a sandbox right now, so forgive me if I don't just remember everything. But the Archmage basically explains to the two of you how you guys over a 10-day can craft a what you guys can cast up to 5th level spells.
Yes, can do that.
So
now.
I would say a 10-day per level of spell. You know what I mean? Like with what was it like what's the average? So what is the spell cost
so
that you would normally say
so like
to craft your own?
For fly, just as an example, the material cost is a wing feather. A feather. That's it.
Okay.
To cast fly. So 3 10 days because it's a level 3 spell.
Yep.
And a feather. Cool. No,
I'm drinking ale.
If it's the both of you, I'll give you a fortnight, which is like half of a 3 day.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, cool.
Yeah. You could shave it down, but we got to play Dungeons and Dragons a little bit.
No,
I don't like the
Hey.
no accountability in Dragons.
If there's a path, that's all that matters.
So what did we agree to? He's getting the boots, that's awesome. I'm so excited for Torn King.
So the Archmage is teaching us how to make our own scrolls if we want.
I mean, I love that personally.
And it's going to be a 10-day per level of spell that it is, plus the spell components.
Got it.
But
and they're expended in the creation, correct?
Yes.
Okay. There you go.
But you'll have basically another spell slot. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah. So I'm assuming right now you guys are beginning to craft that, and then 14 days later you'll have it.
And with 14
just so
days,
you guys know, it was
spell?
day 70 when you guys left Shining Light. It's now 71.
What's our time limit?
Oh no, I didn't. You just have to go back to the Eye of the Allfather. That was like the only whenever. I'm trying to keep track because literally every single party is in the Eye of the Allfather right now, and there is a chance that you guys could like. I don't know how I would make that happen, but I'm trying to.
That'd be dope. That would be cool. That'd be real cool, man.
What's the level of spell for 14 days?
For both of you to make this at the same time, that's a 3rd level spell.
3rd level spell. Okay. 3rd level spells.
What I'm saying is, you guys are gonna build fly though, or are you gonna build something else?
I already have fly. I don't need it.
Okay.
He doesn't need it.
As an example, fly would be one of them.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to build a 1st level spell to give to Vokath or Torn, that would take the both of you guys working together. It would take 5 days. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. So 1 scroll.
Yep. And I'll say if it was a cantrip, you can do it in 2.5 days.
I looked up Landina and see if that's worth it to you. I would rather spend that time building up my my actual career, which is being in charge of a trading company. And
I would take the time to make scrolls myself. I think that makes more sense as a wizard. And if there was a spell that I needed your help on, then I would ask for some assistance.
You can call upon me.
Yeah.
But ultimately, my priority will be while I'm not fighting and dying, or bringing someone back from almost dying. I want to help push the Silverfang Trading Company's goals as expressed to Sir Tim in the north. And
I'm going to start on a fireball. I'm starting on a fireball.
Fireball. Amazing.
Ice ball.
Ice ball. There you go.
You guys have done well for the Harpers. We do appreciate you. And you as a member of the Harpers, if I'm not correct, right, Blandina?
See,
We did chose that? Yeah. I would say that these winged boots, and if you write manage inventory in your on your thing, I think they're winged boots, I think is what they're called, but they're pretty awesome. Kind of read those, but being level 9, I don't think you guys have that much of magic artifacts, especially Vokath and Torn. So the Archmage looks at you, Vokath, and is just like, I understand that you've done a lot for the Forgotten Realms, and this might not be much, but I did have a friend who was a cleric of Tempest, and I think this could be useful to you. And he's got this like long chained necklace with a sword with kind of like flames on the bottom of it. And he's like, I think you might recognize this as an amulet of the devout, and I hope as a brother of the cloth, Colin fell to a dragon in the great desert to the west. Maybe you could use this to bring peace to Faerun.
I'll just nod to him and I'll take it. I'm not going to put it on quite yet, but I certainly I nod to him. I take it. I put it in my pack and I thank him.
Yes, he always said, Tempest will find you in mysterious ways, and of course, just having this in my old haversack from my adventuring days, I recognize some of your vestments.
Mm.
And the smell of battle.
And the smell, very pungent smell of.
it smells amazing, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
It's the scent of Batil.
I walk over here, nothing. Right here,
Bro, take a bath, man.
29 feet,
Battle.
31,
Battle.
29.
Battle.
Oh, this is weird. But you guys can spend one more night resting there as he prepares the teleportation circle for Mirabar. He's scribing things out, explaining to you, Blandina, that this is this squiggles for Mirabar and this much, Epsom salt, and you add this many rogue bands around here. And
if they're gonna go spend the night somewhere, I'd like to speak with the Archmage and find out if there's a way, as an apprentice of the Dark Tower, or the Black Watch, the Black Tower,
Staff.
the Black Staff.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
Is it possible to get a hop to Waterdeep and back?
Oh, yeah. You could go to Waterdeep from here. Yes.
Is it possible that we could do that while they're resting? I can hop to Waterdeep and come back before we go to Mirabar. I think it's important for us to have that avenue to us as well, to get back to Waterdeep. And
I like this. So the Vokath and Torn are going to go to the bar.
Yeah.
Right. That you guys said you want to go to the inn or something like that tonight, or do you guys just want to rest? Because you probably want to rest. You're exhausted.
I just want Vokath just wants to go lie down.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to say happened, and I don't want you guys to mess with too much of the Back to the Future of this, but you can. If you go to the graveyards of Waterdeep, where the sigil lies, is that where you're going?
That's that's where this particular that's where it is.
Mm-hmm. You guys can all go and then come back if you want, but realize if you use the Harpers,
no,
already have a relic, you'll need a relic to come back.
So I'm doing this outside of earshot of them. If they're going to rest for the night, I'm talking to the Archmage directly to the Archmage about this.
You want to do this without them knowing?
Without anybody knowing about it.
I don't. So I love what you're trying to say, but does the rest of the party want to roll against that? Or do you want to let this happen? Because you guys are all bright. And I understand what you're saying, but this to me sounds like I just want to make it, you know what I mean? Like the possibility for someone to be like, hey, wait, what? Or overhear something in a crack of a door.
I'm just trying to learn as many teleportation circles as I can so that we can get to where we need to when we need to.
Okay.
Only that.
You can roll insight if you want Sabathor to have heard this. It doesn't sound like Blandino wants this to be over. Or do you say this in front of people?
I figure I'm too busy
Okay.
making sure Torn is getting his flying Nikes laced up.
Air Jordan.
There we go. Yeah, I was trying to think of play on words of like Flykes, but no, Air Jordan that's the softball right there. It's right there. Yeah, that's awesome. Air Jordans. Oh, it's so easy. I missed it.
Red Wing boots.
I think what I'll do is I'll spend one of my fly spell things off my loot so that we're flying through the air, playing a one-on-one game of Space Jam style, the Faerun equivalent of basketball. So that he can absolutely like lock in on flight, so that in battle he can just dunk on the enemy with a great axe.
All right, montage mode occurs. What is it? You gain, you fly for an hour, 2 hours to do this. It takes every 12 hours, you get an hour of flying back. So you have 3 hours of flying left, basically in these boots. After 12 hours, you'll get another hour back from it. So it does have a bit of a cost to this. You can't just zoom across Faerun.
Yeah.
So Blandino, this is what the Archmage says. This thing has a cost going one way and out. You're going to need to. This requires, by Harper law, you know what I mean, like the study of, you know what I mean, or the whatever. So either you've got one of your East runes to cough up, or something, to a spell book or something to get you back and forth. It costs knowledge.
I did give Lady Lariel my other spell book. Lady Lariel has possession of my spell book.
He's like, okay, tell, I can't remember, Pete's gonna get mad. Tell so-and-so on the other side that, Corwin sent you. You have an hour.
That's all I need. I need
Okay.
I need five.
Scribes it.
I need 5 minutes.
It, gets things going, and the Waterdeep portal opens.
I go, zoop.
Okay. You arrive in a Neverwinter cemetery. You walk out. You greet the person on this side of the portal. It appears to be someone who works in the graveyard. Pulls back the cowl, checks you out. She gave you like a piece of paper that's like, hey, this person's on behalf of the Harpers. Needs to go deliver a message to Lady Lariel, and it needs to be returned back here with an hour. I think it was. I forget the name.
I probably have it in here.
Yeah. Says to you, Lady Lariel is at the Temple of Selune. Follow the fireworks.
What? Oh.
Yeah, there's a big wedding going on right now.
Do I want to disturb that?
It seems very busy, but I can get you to Lady Lariel.
I don't want to disturb her in the middle of a large gathering like that. I really only needed about 15 minutes to study.
And you have the ability to mask yourself and probably get in there.
That's true.
If you wanted to whisper in her ear.
No, that's true. Actually, yeah. I'll cast disguise.
Realize she'll see you.
Sure.
Or no one else will. These maybe others might as well, but they'll get the idea.
Yeah, so right in front I'll cast disguise self, and And then
Can I montage this a little bit? Because what's going on in my mind
do
is
it.
pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So you mask yourself, you go straight, you're cutting left, right through these tight corners going from the north ward all the way to this tower. You know, it's, I think he described it as 4 towers. There's the moon is out, and there's something big to do on the top of this where there's a bunch of ivies and pretty scented stuff. You move around through here, you see, interestingly enough, as you walk up to this place, you see a small gnome, you know, with like moving people away from him who want his autograph and stuff like that. And he's just like, and he walks away. You move inside, where there are people trying to get in, like looking over, and you're hearing like, it's you know, with Moriana and Sir Timothy, they got married. This is amazing. And you know, they're looking, they're like, oh, we can see her. And they're like, and you look up and you see an Aarakocra like flying and dancing with like this 7-foot tall barbarian, like lifts her up and kind of like spins around, and you know what I mean, like you haven't seen them in, I don't
70
know, like
days.
3 months, but you recognize Zora, you recognize Pleep, you see them, you know, and then you see in her white, you know, very Galadriel gown, you see, you know, just turning around, looks at you like, you know, very, very calmly and nods in your direction. You're probably like 60, 70 feet away. And she just kind of, you know, just kind of locks eyes with you as you move up and you're alongside of her. You know, she's gifted with true sight from, you know what I mean, being Calvin Blackstaff's wife, and you know what I mean? She's all powerful right now, but she sees you almost clear as day and just kind of stares at you, and she's like, Blandina, you guys have, you had me worried. And she's just kind of like looking forward. She's like, you had me worried that you were dead. We've mourned your death. Oh wait, no, did you tell her?
Yeah, she knows.
That's right.
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
she's in
So
it.
much going on.
That's why we're
It's a
disguising.
lot.
That's why we're
It's a
disguising.
lot to keep track of.
Yeah. She's
so
like,
I walk up and
yeah.
I walk up to her and I'm like, "What's it? These guys? What's up with these guys?"
They're taking a quite different arc than your more clandestine path.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Hopefully they get like an assassination attempt on them to draw the heat away.
Do not bring that up too quickly.
I just wanted to let you know things are going swimmingly. There are death giants out there if you didn't know. This is something new that I did not read in the Ordning. But they're using these sigils to dig under the ground. I'm just going to tell her about the sigil that we found was being used to dig. It was digging through the high forest.
Yeah.
North into the spine of the world. Yeah. Is that what it was doing?
Yeah. There's a big path that's going northeast, northwest, southeast.
Northwest.
That's basically what you're checking.
Yeah.
And almost connected to Shining Way from basically Belial. So like, she's like, there are much grumblings near. Some are saying that the Brunor Battlehammer has returned and is returned to Gauntlgrim, looking for the old Dalzun temples. That's very interesting that you bring this to light. That's all I can say. That we're building it all the way to the sea. Well, I'll study this. Is there any reason why you think that they're going to the sea?
No, we are on our way back to the Eye of the Allfather. I can learn that. Maybe that's possibly something I can learn from the Oracle.
Very well. Well, I have something for you, but she sits there because this was a pretty brilliant move. She sits there and scribes about, I don't know, what is it, 5 or 6 sigils of the permanent teleportation circles. And just kind of she draws them out, or there's a mage hand, something cooler, you know what I mean, that like just starts scribbling something, and just like, and she looks at the mage hand, she's like, quickly go, and the mage hand's just going to keep scribing for the rest of the 30 minutes as you go back, and as you're done, it rolls up, and you now have all the sigils across. I'll give you all the names of where they're at.
I've got them. I've got them all written down from before.
Yeah. But you can now access all of those, and in the bottom of it, she affirms your membership into the Black Staff, like as she calls you, like Blandina of the Black Staff, like that sort of stuff. So you get back in there, you teleport back into back with the Archmage. If there's any other. Yeah.
No, that it was perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah. All right. Well, you're back.
Yeah, and then I'll be back in
Torn and Vokath. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to accomplish throughout the evening?
I didn't get my giant strength.
Yeah, that wasn't. Yep. With the passing off of your stuff and getting those boots, unless you guys have another like 400 or 500 gold pieces, that potion won't be available.
So the ruby and the emerald didn't do it?
As the guy looks at you and he's like, you are now wearing items of wondrous power. Let's not be too greedy. And just claps his book closed, and he's like, the portal will be available to you in the morning. I must get back to my studies.
I wish I had charisma, man.
You guys
in
use a
real
lot of
life,
charisma.
I'd get that potion. In real life, I'd get that. Yeah. All right. I'll go back to I don't like sleeping in rooms. So I'll probably go outside or something. Do they have a livestock area?
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah,
they do.
I go hang out with
like
the
several
animals.
horses that are there for them to travel to Yartar or other merchant settlements nearby.
I love that about you. I absolutely love that about you.
Well, if they come to
Okay.
kill you, I won't
Okay,
be
you
in
just
there,
rested?
Yeah, I'm gonna get food and drink brought up to my room because I wouldn't want to sit in a common room with the way I smell. And I'll eat and drink in my room and then fall asleep.
Okay. You hear people walking by, while you're trying to sleep. They're like, "Oh, brother, ooh, what is that? Ooh, brother," and then kind of just cruise by. And I was like, the bad parts of battles sometimes, but then the good parts.
How did these
You guys
people
pass
know
for the evening?
about battle?
Vokath is like just lying in bed going like, I hate this.
Jeez. So the evening passes. They bring you by breakfast in the morning. Very simple meals of like bread and water, fruit, dates, and things like that they have there. Stored up in their provisions, and they let you guys know the teleportation circle is ready in Mirabar.
I'm gonna
I
head
love
to that.
Before you even open up the door, they're like, "Oh, they're up." They smelt you. Opens up the door. Just playing. You're making this too much fun. And they go and wake up Torn as well. One of the young scribes, not quite a mage yet. Just kind of has his head down and Mr. Torn, the sigil is prepared and breakfast is served, and on a very nice platter they've got food for you as well.
All right.
You sleep with animals, and I'm the one that stinks.
I was actually gonna say that. Like, I'll probably maintain a odor.
Yeah.
Like, so, but whatever. Hey, it is what it is.
Savathor does not. He smells of rich,
Mahogany.
frankincense.
why he
Leather
gets the girl.
leather-bound books.
Yeah.
No, I actually wanted to ask, did I make any headway on Silverfang business?
Okay, over the evening, I would say you basically discovered while you're there that you could speak with this archmage, use some of the network of the Harpers by, you know what I mean, like providing information and things like that. But you gleaned that Luskin currently, there's a dude named Captain Kurth who just accepted a massive 5,000 gold piece helm from the Noinick and the Revengers to crew a ship to get to Waterdeep. This huge ship, which currently threw off a little bit of the GDP against what Jarlaxle was trying to build there. Baldur's Gate is still being heavily run by a Yuan-ti pirate on the outside. That most of the goods that are going from there to Chult are very, Yuan-ti based. I'll come up with a name offline. I'm running out of DM juice. But the bottom line is gaining some sort of influence monetarily is becoming kind of difficult at this time. But your route from, I believe, Mithril Hall to Luskin through your father has been established. Some of the first carriages have gone back and forth. That is what is substantiating something. Jarlaxle's like needing to buy ships to kind of make this happen. So that's where you're at in that scheme. But it's moving. The Harpers have offered aid to start steering information to make this work for you based on your efforts.
Right. Skylar, could you notate that for me?
Yes.
I got you.
I don't have my note-taking stuff at hand. I've got covered in ink.
But, it all has to do
Look at Secretary Baldina, like just ballpoint pen Baldina.
But bottom line is, please, when you go to the ordning, take as many opportunities as you can to report back to the Harpers as we quid pro quo this.
Right.
You don't have to be a Harper, but you are an agent of the Harpers, whether you like it or not.
No, yeah, I was about to say we're definitely helping each other out. There's
the name
a
of your
universal
company?
altruistic desire for balance, and I think that's, as I understand the Harpers, it's not about
We'll start spreading.
evil.
They'll start spreading rumors of the East Charlton Trade Company. And just
and shut them down.
Yeah, to start saying that you exist. To just kind of, you know what I mean? Like we'll start dropping clues in taverns and stuff.
Basically, helping things out.
Building your lore.
Building my lore, hindering my competitors.
Well,
become the Regina
please, let's
George.
reestablish this ordning, and we're happy to help you. You're always welcome here in Averland.
But what's the point of saving the world if there isn't a burgeoning economy for all to benefit from? It's all lining up.
It's very clear that Histopher Talkins is dead, but Savathor they've never heard of.
Yeah, it's the Savathor guy. He's on the rise. It's a shame. Histopher Talkins died. So tragic.
So there you guys go. Mirabar. You guys in?
Hell yeah.
All right. Silence is consent, Torn King. Me too. I have to go potty as well. Sorry, I have an 8-year-old daughter. I say potty. I'm sorry. I must also urinate.
I must produce water.
I must also, yes, peas stored in the balls. So you get into the circle and then you stare at the ground. There's a marble floor where you're at in Everland. You see, a sigil kind of going around you, the tube where it's kind of like a harp a little bit, kind of flowing around you. As you look to the ground, you see hay forming. And as you diddle-oo, 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 you find yourself somewhere in a stable where the air gets a little bit colder. An individual named, I have to go to my Sir Timothy notes because he's the only one that's been to Mirabar. I was like, whoop.
Zasper. It's a Zasper.
That's the guy's name?
Yeah, Zasper.
Nice, dude. Fucking love you.
Right there.
There's
It's right
Zasper
there.
going, yeah, like, oh, more? Interesting.
You weren't expecting us.
Oh, wait. No. So this puts you guys one day ahead. One day ahead. Okay. I like it. You're not going to. All right. Haha. So you guys are in Mirabar right now.
Oh, one day ahead of when?
No. The
Oh.
marriage.
Oh,
So the marriage happened. Yeah.
yeah. Perfect.
I'm
Perfect
gonna
timing.
one day ahead. Drawn all the dicks on the temple walls.
Yep.
Just canonically, Tim has to describe dicks drawn on the temple wall. These giants drew such small phallic members.
I love it.
Oh, that's good.
Just as long as you know where the pea's stored. Anyway, sweetie. So you're welcome to Mirabar. I see you're using the sigils and looks at the ground like, oh, you've arrived from, Everland. How might I be of assistance?
We're on our way to the Eye of the Allfather. Back to the Eye of the Allfather.
Excellent. He kind of looks over and he's like, the steeds are yours. Of course. I can get you rations for the ride. It's 4 days to the north.
Okay. Rations?
Yeah, absolutely. But like, we're not riding horses, right? Because there's mountains at the end. Remember what happened the last time we took a horse there?
I mean, you could take the horse to the mountains, I'm assuming, and then 2 days from there.
Savithor starts crying when you say that. Just weeping.
Oh. Yes. Man,
I feel I've struck a nerve.
I thought it doesn't even smell like Everland here. It smells like something different.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
don't pay
me.
attention to that. Don't pay attention to that.
It smells like victory and positivity.
Yeah, that's what we're all saying too.
I didn't roll a 23, you did. So the horses,
I'll turn around.
after
All right,
a few
boys,
hours, the
you ready
horses
to
are
go?
packed out. Yeah. And yeah.
Shall we go, boys?
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
let's do it.
Make
All right.
haste.
Did we rest?
What
Did
could
we
go
rest?
wrong?
Did we rest enough for you to get rid of your?
No.
He's got 2 more days. You got 4 days of travel. Here's how we'll do this.
That'd be perfect.
Day 1, everybody give me a survival check. Moving to the north.
Not my thing.
11.
Skylar / Blendita.
10.
Okay.
9.
Ooh.
What we
What
rolling?
did you get?
Stealth or
I didn't
survival.
see
Survival, sir.
Oh my goodness, here we go.
Save us. Save us.
You know what? I'm gonna use D&D Beyond, bro, because these dice ain't helping right now.
Oh god.
Here we go.
I see pulling a crystal where she goes like, click, click, click. I don't like that one.
Twenty.
Click, click, click. What'd you get?
Nah, I threw it. I was mad at it. I threw it. It's
What'd you
gone
get?
somewhere. 20.
There we go.
D&D
There you go.
Beyond.
That's
Yep.
what we need.
So you guys start moving forward, kind of, you know what I mean, on the horses, and you get probably about an hour in where Torn, you just realize that everybody's just heading towards the mountains, right? And you're like, no, and you start like moving to the northeast, and you're like that. You see, not necessarily the Matterhorn, but you see a couple peaks that you are very familiar with. You roll a 20,
Right.
the rough for the next 3 days.
Well, wait. I rolled a 20 plus 5, or 15 plus 5.
Yeah.
20 plus 15 plus 5?
15 plus 5, yeah.
It's
yeah.
dirty
So you
20.
still roll a 20. That's still very good. This is like if you're looking at Storm King's Thunder, just for anybody that's playing it, the highest DCs are like a 15 in terms of like figuring very difficult stuff out. Like, oh, you stepped on the floor and you found the winged boots in whatever. So you see on the spine of the world a few jagged peaks, and you go like, all right, lower, higher, lower, and you're looking at it's like a key to you, right? And you're like, oh, that's it. And for the first day, because you rolled a 20, you've got this for the first 2 days to the base of the mountain, no problems. Now, as
I whistle to everybody and let them know. I can't whistle, but I do it in game and let everybody know, hey, this way.
all right.
Hell yeah.
Each night, I will set up a tiny hut so that we don't have any issues with rest.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
I got to get my creative juices going. All right.
So stored in the balls.
Bro, y'all need to write comments.
Start the pulse.
I mean, literally creative.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, hopefully you're not finger painting with it, but
Oh my God.
So you get to the base, you get over the foothills. So there's the low ground. You get to the foothills. You spend 2 nights. Focath, you're full up at this morning. Okay. Stop pouting.
I tragically again from a avalanche.
And what we'll do, because of that good solid roll from Torn, the 4 of you make for this next day another survival check. Does anybody have at the base of this mountain, how many people have cold weather gear? What's your plan as you guys start? Okay.
Would
So we were
resistance
still
cold-
wearing the cold weather gear from the Giants place.
I've got the
I don't
boots.
want to be that dark vision jerk when it's like it's very dark in there. I have dark vision, but I do have cold resistance. So
I have dark vision.
I have newly acquired resistance to cold. I imagine I would probably ask Vokath like if his natural affinity to resist the elements would be something safe that I could rely on for my own body with magic.
You did get cold weather gear in Mithril Hall. You're right, Torn.
yes,
I have the Ugg boots of the Winterlands. So
Nice.
I do have cold weather gear. I just find it unfashionable and would rather not. So I'm using the Ild Runes cold resistance. So I may more roll up my sleeves and
then you and I
show
match.
off.
Then you and I match.
So
I just
Torn's
have
the
Ugg
only
boots.
one that's like regular, like, you know what I mean, needing this giant quarterback jacket. You know what I mean? And he's kind of just like chilling there. Which is kind of a cool juxtaposition, right? Because like you are the toughest as the barbarian, but you're the only one that actually kind of feels the cold more than anyone. I think that's kind of cool. Literally. So you guys are at the base of the mountain. Let's do another survival check for this next day.
16.
But you said I got 2 days.
You did. It's 4 days of travel, brother. You got them.
Oh, okay.
You got them the
Okay,
first 2
got it.
days, no problem.
That's it. 17.
Okay.
I got a 6.
Okay.
I got a 5.
Blandina.
16.
Okay. Blandina, as Torn's trying to figure out and manage the peaks, you see, to be able to help him along the way, you start noticing, terrain closer to you to be able to continue to landmark your way to the next one. You're like, well, I remember that this peak in front of it was the next one we want to go. We go from there. If we can find those other peaks, we can get to it. So you find a near-term landmark to kind of sort this out. You guys pick your way up through the mountains. It's starting to get pretty breezy, pretty cold. You're glad that you have resistance to cold, because in this time of year the snow starts settling in a little bit more, and you're getting dusted pretty well you make it about 2,000 feet up. You got to go to about 4 to 5 to get where the eye of the Allfather was. You got to go kind of down into a little valley, and then back up to where the eye was. You guys nestle down for the evening.
Tiny hut.
Anybody want to do anything this night?
Tiny hut.
Tiny hut?
Tiny
Okay.
hut.
Tiny hut.
Tiny hut.
Is tiny hut the one that you go inside and it's invisible?
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
Don't stick your
All
head
right,
out. Don't stick your head out. I hear the werewolves will try to eat you.
What?
Werewolf.
Yeah.
Why do I want to get bit right now? Just saying.
Thanks for reminding me. You do hear in the distance. Oh.
Furries.
Yeah. Furries.
Furries. Oh no! Where have we strayed?
Valley.
Savador, is there anything you want to do on night 3?
On night 3, looking at both function and fiction here, and I'm not seeing anything that I can really interact with. Just gonna put out some playing cards and teach the gents how to play 3 Dragon Ante or some similar equivalent.
Okay.
Is it for money?
You guys are pretty much, unless you drop out and say something like I'm trying to do X or whatever, I'm gonna be, you guys are marching at full speed to this.
Each night I'm studying Cloudkill and rereading Cloudkill to get it into my spell book by the time we get to the
Excellent.
Eye of the Allfather.
Oof. Excellent. That's your 5th level, eh?
It was in the previous book that you gave me. I'm just rereading it, transcribing it from that.
Okay. I got you. Okay.
You said
right,
we
so you
hear
guys wake up the next
we
day.
hear howling, right?
Yeah, not anymore.
Can I cast interpret it?
Sure.
I want to do that.
Oh,
What am I-
okay.
That's
You hear it's like they're saying like pain and hunger.
Ah, shit, that's normal in the wintertime, bro.
Stop
Yeah.
bitching.
Yeah.
Whiners.
Would you like to howl back at
Yeah, I got you. I was just thinking it'd be something like, wait, trap up ahead, some shit like that. But okay, you're good.
Yeah.
My tummy hurts. Damn deer. Jumping good.
Let's see. So, all right, day 3. You're at this peak, and the snow is starting to blow in harder. It's getting tough to see where that next spot is. So let's roll one last survival check to get to the eye itself.
Maybe I'll fail all 3. Here we go. Oh,
21.
Ooh, 17. Nice.
16. I always get 1 less than someone.
and I got a 19.
Nice.
This is my highest skill, bro. Like, I'm
This
so
is your
happy.
shit right here.
Okay, not only do you find this, okay, because you got 21.
I got 21.
I got
Not only
19.
did you find this, but you found some very familiar footsteps that lead up to a ridge. You see where there's some carrion on the ground, and you find a nest of an owl bear.
Wow. Okay.
Right.
Don't
Very
eat that.
familiar.
The smell of the owl bear waiting patiently for you is what keys you in on where the I, the Allfather, is. You move up to there, and with these good rolls, and feeling bad for killing Vokath, you find an owlbear and a war goat.
I hug the owlbear, bro. I give it a big hug, man.
Chill glaze, you know what I mean? Just shakes off and just does a spin. You know what I mean? When it sees you, it comes over here, it goes over here, and its butt starts like wiggling, just like, and then, you guys kind of reunite. The goat, is just kind of sitting there looking like, I've been staring at this owlbear who wanted to eat me for the past, like,
I was gonna say, how
10
come the
days.
owlbear hasn't eaten him?
It's just it's a good story. You know what I mean?
It's a good goat. That's a really strong goat.
Yeah,
The goat
very
kept
reliable.
kicking it in the face.
They kept headbutting. Like,
Yeah.
They train each other. Super cool tricks. So there you are. You can now you get up to the you get up into the position. It's getting a little bit later right now. You move to that long chasm with a huge, like that landmass that is that natural bridge of stone, and beyond it, the 6 very Greco columns are before you. Take it away, Aaron.
hey,
I'm casting Death Ward on myself.
Yeah, that Remoraz is still around, I imagine.
oh yeah, is the Remoraz still here? Investigate.
Yeah.
Or
I am going to
just perception.
So you're outside. You see, as
17.
you look, you see a massive, dusted off spot on the ground where it looked like a spacecraft may have landed.
What?
Do we know
Something
what that is?
huge.
I think I have a frame of reference for what
Like
that
it's
is.
a large circular spot that just whoop, is gone. You see footprints leading into the columns. Other footprints, you know what I mean? Like leading into the column. Like a lot of traffic has gone through here. This is just you on the outside.
Well,
Is this?
I sit here.
I get in front. I get in front of the caravan or whatever, and I tell them I'll lead. Because
Like, I've been
I
here
feel
for all
like-
3 of these, and I don't remember what that big round thing is.
somebody's
is
in
that
there.
from where the Red Zeppelin was?
You were struggling last session.
Yeah,
Is
that's
my-
why.
is
That's
my
why.
vibrating or glowing?
No.
All right,
That's
I'll
what we
lead.
needed.
I'll lead them in.
I'll cast Fly on myself, just so I'm not a target for subterranean monsters to eat me again.
I'm casting invisibility.
Oh, great.
Okay. You guys want to go in?
Did you say that in game, Boca?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
All right,
Just
so I turn to you and I say, man, don't forget that it was Blandina that struck the real killing blow of the thing that killed you.
You don't think I could have struck that blow?
Bro, you was out. You was out. You was done.
I was out because they were all hiding.
No, you were out because never mind.
It only had A and B option, you or me.
I just shake my head and start moving towards the. I
You
say,
should have brought-
man, you'll regain your honor, and then I shake my head and start moving towards
You-
the.
You should have brought the owlbear as another target.
You
or something.
hear from the invisibility. Better A and B than me.
Yeah, clearly. Clearly.
Blandina cold, bro. I really like this one. You cold, man. Shit.
So you guys move in.
Yeah.
The
I asked them, do they want to go in first?
all right. Yeah, you guys go in. This is all theater of the mind stuff. I see that there's a map there, but I can easily, switch it on. It's still set up.
I
So
let
you guys-
everybody go first.
Do you guys want to take a quick break and I can turn some lights on? Do anybody want to take a quick 5 minutes, or you guys want to keep pressing? It's up to y'all. I don't mind if you guys like turn things off and do whatever and then come
I
back
don't
in.
need a map.
I'm good to go.
Okay. So you guys move in there. The left-hand side of this massive door is open. You walk in.
You say the left
What is
side?
your-
The left side is open?
The left side of the massive door to the entrance of the Eye of the Allfather, the Temple of Ammon,
Oh, okay.
is
Gotcha.
open. The first thing you see is the swirling portal, that's not like active. It's just kind of mist with the 6 giants genuflecting in front of Ammon. You've seen this before. To the right-hand side, the Remoraz door is wide open.
Oh,
No, not barred. To the left-hand side, the door is wide open.
We didn't open that last time. And we left that closed. No, we didn't. No, we
You guys, anybody else want to do any other perception checks?
We closed
yeah.
the door.
I'm gonna
Is the-
proceed. $15.
All of the weapons are back. You guys left the weapons all on the floor. All the weapons are in the back in the hands of all the giants, except for the axe, which is on the floor in front of the east room.
Where is Arsenic?
You don't see him.
I wasn't talking to you.
Now you are.
I'll answer and I'll say he might be with the Oracle. I mean,
Holy shit! How big are these footprints that we followed in here?
Want to go check it out?
I mean, I just kind of want. I mean, they're on the ground, right? Or
Yep.
no?
He basically, just from your passive perception, humanoid size, smaller than yours.
Yeah,
Who the fuck moved these? And it's only one set.
One set of what?
Footprint.
No, there's about, other than you guys, you see do a investigation check.
Oh man, come on!
I'm invincible and a nat 1, baby.
Yep. I'll give one more
So
person a try.
I lean into I call out to the invisible person. I say, do. I can't say do a perception. All right, you know what? I'm gonna just do it.
Investigation,
Any one of you guys can do it.
dirty
Hey, this is-
20.
God
talking
damn,
party.
bro. I got a 7, but I asked the group how many.
No, because you guys are both confused and you're both looking. It's a minute goes by. Savathor, do you want to investigate? Like, this is Dungeons and Dragons. Y'all can sit there and be like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna just look at them and I say, let's go back to the Oracle. That's why we're here. If other people have arrived here, let's hope they have benevolent purposes, and if not, we'll tear them in half.
My axe isn't vibrating or glowing, right?
Nope.
All right, fuck it. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do what we did last time.
Didn't we
Same thing.
Didn't we need a giant to boop the symbol last time?
No, you guys could carry it. You two could
Yeah,
carry us together.
We're big enough.
I thought Harshnag put the axe in the.
He showed us what to do. I don't know if it was needed of him specifically.
Well, where's it on the floor at?
It's right in front of it.
Right in front of it, like someone just booped in.
So, Vocaf, would you like to help me? Would you mind helping me putting this back, and let's see if this thing will open?
Of course.
Of course. All right. Let's do it. So we do that. We put the axe back where we had it.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Well, no, we have to touch the axe to the sigil. I think that's what we had to do.
Yeah.
Also.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice, good memory.
We do that.
I think that's what we did. I
It
thought the
is.
giant did it though for us.
Either way, that's what we have to do.
Harshnag wasn't much help any goddamn way.
Tell me about it.
Else, man. You got all that warrior blood and strength, bro, and you ain't do nothing.
No.
It's
I think
almost
you're
like,
saying Harshnag, but what you're really saying is Tim.
If basically if we
I
have to
can't
battle a
attack the
specific
DM,
type
bro.
of giant, if we have to battle a specific type of giant, we pick frost giant because those bitches don't know how to fight.
I don't believe in attacking the DM because the DM he got your life in his hands, literally.
oh,
Been there, done that. I got nothing to lose now.
hey, Torn,
You
Torn,
know that, bro.
Torn, you're next.
I bet. But that's why I got the network stuff promoting it right now, bro, just in case, man. Just in case.
The initiation for this group is you have to die at least once.
Well,
Amen.
what do I say?
It's true.
It's
Where's
true.
my Owlbear, man? I miss my buddy.
So, as you guys both together touch this rune, something just, you see the wind around you swirl as if in like a weird moaning hiss occurs above the four of you as an ice storm just showers down on you as you've improperly or blasphemously tried to enter into the oracle. As make deck saves, please.
Motherfucker, man.
Is this a magical
Oh,
effect?
goodness.
Because I will have
It is a magical effect.
Okay.
I rolled an at 1.
18.
Okay.
14.
Okay. Sabathor.
Dex save. I got a 6. Yeah.
Welcome.
Bro,
to
we
my
was
world.
just here, like, damn, like, come
I
on.
think the giant did it last time. I really do.
I remember that.
Oh, now.
Harshnag did do it. Harshnag did do it. Where the fuck is Harshnag, bro? Can we say that?
He's probably sleeping in one of these side
What'd you
rooms.
roll,
that we didn't
Blandino?
check.
18.
Okay. Pass. Sabathor.
6.
Oof. Okay. So Sabathor, Vokath, and Torn, you take 11 bludgeoning.
I take half of that.
Only if you're raging.
Only if you're raging, buddy.
Ah, come on.
11 bludgeoning and 21 cold damage.
All right, I will take half of that.
Okay, I'm going to use Stone's Endurance on some of that bludgeoning damage.
What did you say? I
11
think,
and
I don't-
21, so for you
okay.
total 32 damage.
I'm pissed.
Do I take half of that or do I dodge out of it?
You take half, so boop, 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 16.
6. And
Okay.
I'm resistant to cold, so
So if it was
12.
21 gold, 10, 5. Because that's already half. So you took half and half, so that's 5 cold.
Mhm.
So
And then
5
you
and
took
6.
5 and 6, so 11
So
total.
11. Okay.
Ouch. I would like to take a short rest now.
I'm gonna use Thaumaturgy and just yell for Harshnag.
Okay.
You want to take a short rest, huh?
I'm flying in the air, like, just so agitated.
So again, Tim, this is a cold storm that just hit us
Yep. Ice storm. Yes.
out of nowhere.
Indeed.
Mother freaker, dude. Come on.
It's magic. I am using Thaumaturgy to yell for Harshnag.
Okay.
Hey, man,
You yell for Harshnag.
death will have to wait.
Blandino, what do you want to do?
Uh, wait
Okay,
for
Torn, what do you
Harshtag.
want to do?
I want
yelling
to.
for Harshtag?
I want to. So I see this cold and it hits me, or I don't see it and it hits me. Right? Whatever.
Yeah, just like a huge, tempest of cold and ice just showers down on you.
Okay, so I get pissed. How about that? I rage out. But goddamn, I need to strike something, bro.
Well, he did say that it was as if we did something wrong that caused this to happen, but it was magical.
That's just passive insight stuff. Salvador, what do you want to do?
Fly out of the way of where this effect occurred.
Roughly 40 feet. You head backwards.
Yeah, and up. And
40 feet. I think this roof's like 60, so you get like 20 feet above you. You're kind of behind Amon. And all right. A amount of time where rage would dissipate happens. The rage is kind of goes by. It remains quiet for a little bit. And from the corridor to your left, when you walk in, the door that wasn't open, where it was covered with ice, a moment later you hear Harshnag's holding his ribs, and he's like, "Oh, small folk, oh, welcome back."
Fuck wrong with you?
Trap in there.
You idiot. Are you?
He walks straight out the back and leaves.
He leaves?
Yeah.
Really?
Hey, we need you. Open this door.
I did
You
just
can
call
find
him.
more idiots. I've had it with this place. They
Bro, you
just
don't
kind
even
of
know what
walked
that
out.
means, bro.
Right. Well, now you have to apologize to the sensitive frost giant.
All right, so you know what? I do that. I say, hey man, Harshnag, look, I just took a blow to the head. I'm not thinking clearly. I apologize for calling you that.
Don't go in there. You'll take a giant boulder to your chest. I
Hopefully
was helping
not.
out some of your friends, and they jumped out of the way, and I threw the boulder.
We don't have friends.
You are a
I
friend.
can see
Harshnag.
that, especially with that order. Poof.
I'm gonna cast Prayer of Healing on all of us and Harshnag.
I got feeling hands too.
All right, prayer of healing. I love that spell.
So Harshnag and all of us get 14 hit points back.
Hey,
I love you so much.
What brings you back?
I come out of invisibility. Whoop. And I show him the.
Oh, Blandina, so good to see you. Someone with maybe a little bit more decorum. Thank you for the heal, Vokath.
I'm
Hey,
Brave warrior. Smell of victory. Are you trying to return, I presume?
Yes.
Torn.
who looks like they're hurt the worst from that?
Me,
That's
I took
Torn.
about 70 damage from a giant sphere in that room. Just FYI.
Is it over? Is the damage done?
No, he like looks in and you can see this. You hear this stone golem moving the trap back in place in there, and he's like, "It's not worth it. It was an empty room of beds." Like he's got the wind knocked out of him, and a giant rock. They've been gone for a while. I don't know.
Damn, I wish I could give Bardic inspiration right now. All right, but everybody else look like they're pretty good, right? They don't look hurt.
I'll pull up.
good.
I'll pull up, bro.
I'm like 6 or 7 away from full up.
All right, cool. Okay, I heal. As an active apology, I heal Harshnag with shit.
Healing hands.
Yeah, but I'm trying to find it, bro. It's not in my spell slot. It's in a trait, I think.
Features and traits, yeah, because if you're, what are you, an ASMR?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Damn, bro. Come on. Where is it at? You said it's in my. What's the name?
Features and traits.
I attack him with my additional notes.
Okay. An option: you can touch a creature and roll a number of d4s equal to your proficiency bonus. I would like to use that, and we'll go from there. Okay.
He's like, he just looks at you and smirks. I get it. And he walks over, grabs the axe, and he's like, I think this is only meant for us. And he touches, the side of this thing, and woof, it begins to swirl. The mist coalesces, and you can kind of see the other side of what looks like a dead giant laying on the ground with a mace outstretched in its hands.
To say,
Not outstretched, like, remember the scene of the dead cloud giant that was in there?
I'm walking in.
How big's this mace?
it's the same guy.
Same thing
Yeah,
we
but
dealt with.
how?
It was just a giant. It was just a huge mace. They didn't have
can't
magical
wield it.
properties. It was just a massive mace.
So I can't.
Probably
wield it.
like, I'll say it was like 4 feet long. You know what I mean? By the shaft.
That sounds so dope, bro. I
mean, you
can't
can
wield
grab
it,
it.
right?
You can take it. You could have taken it. You guys walk in there, and
Well, I haven't walked in yet. I've been waiting to talk to Harshnag and say, Harshnag, I have a private dream of mine. I wonder if you have any information on how I can fulfill it. I'd like to become a giant. If there's any way in myth of your people to be granted such an honor, I would like very much to know.
he looks back, and he points up to the faceless god behind you. It's maybe a question of asking the oracle themselves. One of your party members, a dwarf, left here, and I overheard him speaking to his god through the oracle to save some sort of vampire. A dwarf named Pui Puent. That's his destiny.
A vampire?
And for Mordrin gave him a special device to make that happen and to bring him back, to cast basically, if you handle the tasks. And maybe this is a question you could ask the oracle, but remember, you only get 6 questions.
Right. Thank you.
Ooh.
I want to take that mace.
You want the mace? Yeah, if you're in there, you can pick it up. It's
I want to pick it up.
Okay. The mace.
It's like a mall, right? It's like the equivalent of like a.
It's even more than that because it's a huge mace. So,
It's
But I'm going off Tim's description when he held his arms out. It don't look that big. 2-handed weapon, maybe. Great sword or something.
No, it's,
Yeah, it would be like a great mace to you, which I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. You know what I mean? Like,
you could reskin a mall, right?
yeah,
I want it.
I can work on that. I don't want to. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Well, now I walk in with the rest as I witness the body looting.
So as you enter,
Oh, it
the same
wasn't.
kind of shows up where the ghost is there waiting for you. You remember his name is Aegeron, and well, you've returned. Many guests I've had. This has been great.
I foresee more
Throwing a
coming.
party.
I foresee more coming.
Have you destroyed Blagothkus? I'm still here in my form. I thought maybe you would bring him to justice.
No, we were not told to kill Blagothkus. We brought you this, though. Oh, yeah, maybe we were. No, we brought you this, though.
I think.
It's a gift for the Oracle. Place it.
Wait, before. Never mind. Yeah.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Do all the things before you do this. You guys can be outside the circle and ask questions or think of questions or whatever. Katie?
I will say, have any potential enemies of those willing to free forge the ordning have arrived before us, or in the time that we last spoke?
3. We're just here. A drow, an Asimar, much like you, but smaller, and a dwarf who spoke with the Oracle.
Okay.
Oh,
Is that the vampire dwarf?
He wasn't a vampire. His grandfather was a vampire. It's a very cool story. You should watch it. It was episode 69. YouTube.
God damn. All right. In that case, now I'm ready. I just needed to ask that.
So, well, what six questions do we want to ask?
Lamps turn on for all 6 giants as they're standing there, and they have these, lanterns, and boop, they pop up in a radiant light around you guys.
Have we asked questions before? I can't
No,
remember.
we got here and we were told that we need to prove ourselves by getting a relic.
Yeah, I thought we asked some questions though.
How we did as well. Yeah, we were very careful in our questioning.
Because he told us about the daughters and everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
I will tell them I would like to have one question for myself, if possible. If possible, I'm not going to hang on to that, like a dog on a bone.
I only have one question. Outside of what we were directed about the sisters. And that's why they're digging the tunnels to the sea. So the tunnels that we saw them digging aren't the only tunnels they're digging. No, I'm just telling them that what we saw aren't the only tunnels that they're digging. Apparently there's other tunnels, and they're digging them to the sea for some reason. I'm going to ask about that.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the prep question. That's why. Preparing Oracle voice. Just waiting on you guys. Whenever someone wants to step in there, I'm just letting you guys RP yourselves.
Yeah, when it comes, is the ghost still there?
Yeah, Aegeron's still there.
I want to approach the ghost and ask about this. What's the the person that killed it?
I'm gonna say, now wait. Are you walking into the circle to ask Aegeron the ghost this? Or are you just gonna, from outside the circle, ask Aegeron?
Yeah, I mean, shit, man, you make it so.
We only have
treacherous.
6. We only have 6 questions, so don't waste.
I know, man. Fuck. I was trying to establish a relationship with the ghost.
You can from outside the circle. You can ask Aegeron questions.
That's what I'm trying to do.
You're not going to get questions from the Oracle.
Right.
But I just want to play Dungeons and Dragons too. I want you to have the opportunity of doing something buffoonerous. And you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, he's just going to ghost you.
I'm just trying to you know, it strikes a chord with me. You know, this person wants us to kill someone who did something to them. I want to know what happened, why, you know, get the history. So when I do kill this mother effer,
Yeah.
I'm fully aware of what it did, what he or she did.
My father came to this place, Blagothkus, searching for power, and was not. In Aman, basically dismissed him during this time. In Blagothkus' rage, I was told that I should slay Blagothkus from the Oracle. Blagothkus being stronger than me, he got the first blow in and he killed me. My own father.
Okay. So you seek vengeance. You
Yes,
seek to be free. You seek to be
I know
free.
that your path is more important than mine, but there is a cloud giant that is out there who is, you know, dastardly and nefarious. And words.
I make a vow that I will hunt this. Hold on. Let me try to pull a Saboteur real quick. I say, I vow to you that if I cross paths with this person, I will do battle. Either I'll be right here beside you as a ghost, or you'll be free.
He looks down. Ooh, I like this. Well done. Good Dungeons and Dragons thing. I'm gonna what a natural. He stops for a moment. He looks down at the Oracle and he's like, yes. Place the mask down.
Oh shit.
The mask receives like a whole bunch of Disney cartoon like radiant light goes through the mask and it splits into two pieces, kind of like the Phantom of the Opera, perfectly. Whoso weareth each side of these masks can see through each other's eyes.
Oh wow.
And it just splits into two things. Ask your questions as if you have proven yourself to the Oracle of Aman.
I
So
don't.
mask was supposed to be like non-magical. I'm gonna homebrew this thing. So you can put this mask on and you can see whoever the other person wearing this mask can see through it too.
That's cool.
Okay. I don't particularly know, like in game, I don't particularly know what to do with these masks. So I asked permission to hand them each side to the people that do know what the fuck they doing, or the F they doing, excuse me, to Blandina and Saboteur and say, you guys would know what to do with these more than I would, while maintaining eye contact with the ghost.
Ask your questions.
I'm going to step in and I will say, the forces of evil appear to be digging tunnels from across the Sword Coast toward the sea. Why? What is the purpose of directing all of this energy towards the sea?
To empower the great Kraken. To give him dominion over the land.
They're trying to flood the place. Interesting.
Then what is our path? Then what is our path in restoring the ordning?
Question. So one light goes out. The second one Return, King Hecaton. Is it to the Worm Skull throne? I'm just reaching for lore while you guys kind of run around here, but yeah. Return, King Hecaton, to Worm Skull throne. Basically, getting King Hecaton back on to back in place.
Which we already knew.
And we already know that in order to something about blowing the conch shell. I'm trying to remember what we learned.
You already told us. You already told us that.
As you say this, at the same time, Aegeron just like points to the center of the circle, and there is a conch about this big on the ground.
I'm gonna look at, the others and say, do you mind if I use one of these questions for myself?
Go for it.
I will look to the oracle and address the oracle with respect and say, I have long admired the giants. Is it possible for a non-giant to be transformed in a way to bear the mantle of giant kind, even if it were a temporary power that needed to be recharged with rest? Is there a way, and how?
To become a giant is what you're asking?
Basically to find the magic that would allow me to, like, the equivalent of, like, I'm trying to think, like, without metagaming.
I mean, tell me what you want to metagame, and then I'll try to sort this out. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to be Shakespearean right now.
Right.
Just
sure. Okay. In that case, the would be to be able to transform into a giant, as though casting a spell and not like just once.
Yeah.
Is there an arcana that I can learn as a bard to turn into a giant?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Like polymorph for giants.
Defeat Slorkoleth's ink's blood, who is betrayed and is the captor of Hecaton. Defeat Slorkoleth. Put the blood of Slorkoleth in this conch below you. Bring the conch to the oracle. I will grant you this power.
I grab a hold of the conch and strap it to me and look to the others. I got everything I need to know.
But that conch also...
Try to not use too much oracle voice because the family's sleeping in there. I'd love to have a more booming voice, but I don't want to.
That also takes us to Maelstrom, right? That's not a question for... That's not a question for you. That's a question for us.
That's been established. We're proving ourselves.
Just verifying. Okay. Do you guys have questions that you want to ask? We have 3 more. Because we have all the information that we need.
Yes. Do we? Like, what's the next step? We can't go fight a kraken. We can't go fight a kraken.
Can I use one?
Yes.
Um, what was the giant's his father's name that killed him?
Plagalcus.
Man, that's very hard to pronounce.
Sorry.
Where can I find this person?
Pelago.
Oh,
We know. I think we know that.
We know where that.
Yeah,
we
Oh,
know.
we already know. Okay, I don't ask that. If
I
that's
think he's
okay.
in. I think he's in the flying.
The Flying Castle.
Yeah.
Sky Reach.
Perfect. I don't have a
But-
question then.
Sorry. What's our next step then? Because
Okay,
we can't. Like,
So
we're
we need
certainly
to.
not tough enough to fight any of the opponents that have been
No,
messaged.
we have to go to Maelstrom.
mentioned.
We have to go to Maelstrom and report to Sarissa.
Yep.
Tell her that Thauron sent us,
Yep.
and then whatever she tells us to do.
Yep.
inspiration, Skylar.
But
Okay.
Sauron is the giant I spoke to.
the Kraken is a piece of information I need to send back to Lady Laru.
Yeah, by name.
And forgive me out there in Storm King's Thunder lore land. I think it's Slarkoleth. I think it's Slarkothel or Slarkoleth. Damn near
It's
close.
whatever
to
you want it to be.
Yeah.
that.
So Bocath.
Snorkel breath.
So Bocath,
Snorkel breath.
if you have a personal question you want to ask, we still have 3 questions.
Yeah, so don't be afraid to ask a backstory question, but you like, where's mom? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah. Okay.
I know where mom is. She's fucking dead.
All right.
Is she though?
Yeah, I'll ask it where the fire giant that killed my mother is.
oof. Got that answer for you. Give me 1 second.
Based in the shot. Inferno.
Gundahellas is in Nesme.
We were just there.
Holy shit.
What was the name?
Gundahella. Gunda.
Yeah, just a minute. I'm getting my notes up for this too.
I can send this to you guys. Like but Gundahella is Gundahella. Gundahella.
And this is the fire giant that killed my mom.
Yes. And another light goes out.
Oh fuck.
I'm just kidding. That's right.
And sorry, I for my own notes. Where did he say Gundahella is?
Nesme. We were literally just there.
Is that a town?
Yeah,
Yes.
right by
I like
River
that.
Moon.
I'm just playing. Yeah. Oh, come on. That makes fun stories. Oh, I was just there. Oh, no. I'm surprised she didn't smell you. So there's 2 questions left now? Or 1?
There's two left, right? I will ask. Who is and correct me if we haven't gotten this quite before, but who are the giants like sympathetic to our plight and enthusiastic to come to our aid?
Few in each clan are sympathetic to come to your aid while the ordning is broken. The new thanes and jarls scramble to take the place of King Hecaton. But there are those giants who are benevolent. But I mean, like, you're looking for a specific name, you know what I mean? Like, there's
I
no
want
tribe.
names.
There's no like giant tribe off. You know what I
just
mean?
looking
Like,
for
basically
individuals.
saying there's a few out there.
Yeah, looking for exceptions so that like if we come across them or where we're going, like they're
Big
there.
Heck- So Harshnag, Zork, Zephyr. You know what I mean? Like, he just names.
I'm writing all these names down or committing them to memory.
What is that? Is that coming through?
I think it's Skylar.
Yeah, that was,
So
my
is
work,
that-
that was my work phone.
Oh, yeah. I was like, wait, what? I've never heard that over Twitch. Did we just? Are we out of time? that's like when the teams
You
meeting.
said the three words that unleash the Splinter Cell faction.
There would be
MK Ultra.
10 to 20 to 30 out there in the world. You know what I mean? Amongst
Right.
the 10 to 20 to 30 tribes that exist across.
If we encounter someone that you're like, I didn't have their name written down, but
Yep.
this is one of those names, you could just let us know then and there.
You feel like you know the sympathetic ones. Yeah.
Okay, so people who are legit
Yep.
first. Now, anyone else? Got it.
Yep. So a light goes out. There's one left. Looking
I-
at you, Torn. What you got? Oh, you got.
But
Unless you guys got a
no,
plot question.
I've got one because it's been 3 months since I left Kryn.
Oh.
How has my disappearance affected my father and my family since I've been gone?
Damn, I forgot your story, yo. That's a good one. That's a good one.
And your dad's name? He was a wizard.
No, he's
Oh, do you remember your dad?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No,
Yeah, you like ran away from home or something.
I already thought of a plot twistertons on this one.
oh, different.
But he's not your real. He's not. Yeah. So
Porthos is not my father.
Elminster travels between planes.
Oh, what is this? The Maury show?
What?
He's been busy.
Oh shit,
It's the fucking Maury show, bro.
that is awesome.
Are you a half elf?
I'm a full elf, high elf.
It's Elminster, man.
Elminster could have easily shape changed.
Yeah, No problem.
Yeah. But why would he spend a 9th level spell to turn into an elf for a night of elf
If
passion?
you've read the Elminster books that I've read, you might do that.
All right, fair.
Is that a name? Is that a name that I would recognize?
Oh God.
Everybody would. As a
Yeah.
wizard, yes. Most of the books all the spell books that you read, do you know what
Well,
I mean? Like,
Even
he's
in Kryn, like, but
I think he's been to
like
Kryn.
studying psychology and not knowing Freud, you know?
Yeah.
Or
Gotcha.
Young.
like. Okay. All right, we can go now.
I blow the conch.
Oh, right there? Nice. Starts whirling. And this is where we're going to leave off.
Maybe for the first time out with it, you just kiss it nicely. Maybe that would be more.
You blow the conch. We're doing this. It just blasts in this
I
area.
got pipes. Yeah.
Yep, it like super duper loud, like as if it was submerged 3,000 feet below the ocean where you're going. It might not be that loud. I don't think this has this doesn't have a read in. So you find yourself where you see swirling around you, water beads up naturally from the conch as this teleportation begins. You look at the ground where it's stone floor and you start seeing a very smooth coral looking floor. A very like darkish ground, like area, you flash in your ears like crushingly pop for like a second as you orient to where you're at. Your body seems kind of tighter as the magic of where you're at brings air back to your lungs. You're in a there's a greenish sigil on the ground that fades. You find yourself in a half-circled room. Outside this room is a much larger room. To your I think let me bring this up real quick so I can stay as lore accurate as possible. This is so tight. There it is.
I'm so excited.
Charmed. That was fucking amazing. Perfect.
What?
Just like purr. It's right there.
To your front, you see a large spiral staircase go up roughly 40 feet in front of you, a pool with rippling water roughly 40 feet in a circle. Cool air passes over you, and you hear a very interesting, soothing pipe organ coming from the direction of the stairs with like a harp being played. Where you instinctively realize that you're no longer in the Faerun that you're accustomed to. You feel like you're in a very nautical location.
By the world serpent.
The staircase looks like there's a 40-foot circular pool, a 30-foot high passageway at the bottom. There's a hallway to your east, to your northeast, and to the west. And that's where. Oh, and to your south, you see a little bit of a steamed geyser. It looks almost as if your eyes kind of fade in. This is like a very, like almost like a really swanky spa area. And then that's where we'll pick up in 2 weeks. The maelstrom. A little bit of tonight. It's tough trying to match everything up, so I apologize if I have to, like in Discord, sew something closer, like where you guys offered the mask. The conch was supposed to appear at that time, but that really cool role play moment made me shift gears a little bit to allow a Phantom of the Opera situation for one of you guys to wear a cool mask and be able to see through the other person's eye if you ever got split up or something like that. But yeah. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. Hope those winged boots work well in the ocean for you.
Over it.
Huh?
Over it.
True. That's true.
The flying fish.
That's true.
Flying fish with a battle axe.
There it is.
And a giant mace, which will homebrew a little bit, right? So we need to make a one die. What is it? Like a maul is a 1d10, and if it's a giant one,
2d6.
Huh? 2d6.
Maul's 2d6.
All right. Well,
I think a giant club is 1d10.
1d10.
1d12 for the giant club.
Let's work it. I trust you, man.
Stay with your great axe and call it a 1d12. That works as well. But it's just this gigantic mace with like the circular, with the notches all around it, but it's just like a big bat looking thing. So it's pretty tight. Or since it's your character, you tell me what the mace looks like. Let's play Dungeons.
No. I trust you, man. I think
yeah. Thanks everybody for showing up once again, on a Thursday night. Skylar, thanks for letting me push it to the right a little bit because of work.
It's Wednesday, right?
It is. What day is this? It's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's Wednesday.
You guys decide. You want to go into let's roll into Jason Charles Miller. He's up.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah. Anybody want any parting comments or anything like that? My brain is like flushed out. Judgy's coming to visit tomorrow. The Judgy DM, so he'll be here in the house, and we're gonna hang out and be bros. But anybody have anything?
You might
We got
wanna-
Old World Charm.
you might
Old
wanna
Man Rolling Dice. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say you might want to mention 988 again.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you guys got it up and running, but they can still go to 988 and donate. Like it's not like
Yeah, absolutely. And like I always say, charity comes from the heart. So you don't have to donate, but you can donate your time, which is reach out to a friend, ask that question, how you doing this week? I know there's someone out there in the D&D world where you haven't talked, or a family member or whatever. It just, hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up? You know what I mean? Buddy check. But also have a little bit of the wherewithal, and this isn't a Tim task or anything, but a wherewithal to hang out for 30 minutes in that conversation. To be able to answer the questions, hear them vent, but be an empath and hear them vent. Don't say, you know what I mean? Like, it could be better, you know, and be like, man, that's bad. That does sound, you know what I mean? That does sound, you know what I mean? Like whatever. So, you know, use those empathetic traits as much as possible. But
yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for the reminder on that one. Us in the Stronghold, you know what I mean? Like we work for you guys. Our squanch is your squanch. But
Truth.
anybody else?
That's all I got.
Well, all right. Well, I'll see you guys at the joust Saturday evening at I think 5 o'clock Eastern. We'll be jousting. There'll be like 16 dudes in the Lord Gazuma place, to include, I believe, Luke Gygax will be in there, the son of Melf or Smelf. Rolling around. Coco Bunny's in there. We're riding as Master Blaster on one horse. She's a halfling, and I'm allowed to throw her at the at somebody.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
They made an exception because I'm the only level 6, a bunch of level 20s. So they're like, sure, whatever you need, while we kill you.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're the diversity death.
Exactly.
Point.
Yeah, I'm a red shirt, is what they've
Yeah.
decided to.
Pretty much. To the sacrificial lamb.
Yeah. Well, thanks, friends. Thanks, friends, for showing up again. You know, I'll try to work some sort of vocath, glory moment, but I'm sure it's coming.
All
It's a
right.
whole-
We'll see you guys next time then.
Network Book of Cain. Network Book of Cain. Arya Scalise wrote it.
What?
Network Book of Cain. Arya Scalise wrote it.
Wow.
Damn, I let the cat out of the bag, didn't
Oh
I?
shit. Oh shit. It's out now. Everyone, stay tuned for the most epic collab since Stronghold D&D. Yeah.
Yes, it's Stronghold. Yeah. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Want to head over to Jason Charles Miller?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right,
He's
let's
awesome.
go.
Bye, everybody.
Great.
Out in the cold where the ice winds blow, a team of heroes that you want to know. The Steel Team 6, a band so wild, magic muscle and a ride all fury through caverns dark and mountains steep. They brave the frost, that bond runs deep. They clash and fight like thunder. When the battle calls, they're not going under. Steel Team 6, they're a fighting force. Odd but united, they've got power and course. Through frozen lands, ice and snow, they bicker and quarrel, but together they grow. Steel Team 6, they'll never quit. Steel Team 6, and a critical hit. Brandina the wizard, wise and young, casting spells with a flick of her tongue. The cat the cleric, strong and true, breaking things with his hammer through. Torn the barbarian, rage like the storm, wielding justice in a battle-worn form. Sabbath for the bard with the tune so sly, lifting spirits high as the danger draws nigh. Steel Team 6, they're a fighting force. Odd but united, they've got power and course. Through frozen lands, ice and snow, they bicker and quarrel, but together they grow. Steel Team 6, they'll never quit. Steel Team 6, and a critical hit. With ice beneath and skies above, they found in each other an unlikely love. The magic might, song and rage, together they write an epic page. Steel Team 6, fighting force, odd but united, they got power and course. Frozen